Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. We carried the Ryan Day press conference yesterday here on The Fan, and here's what the coach had to say about his star wide receiver, Jeremiah Smith, and his Heisman chances.
Whether Jeremiah gets the statistics that he would need to get into the Heisman race or not, it's sort of out of his hands because there's just certain things that can happen that are out of his control. So that doesn't change who he is in terms of a player, his impact on the game, or anything like that.
In the MLB playoffs, we had two American League Divisional Series games last night. The Seattle Mariners beat the Detroit Tigers 8-4 in a game that was delayed due to weather. Seattle is up 2-1 in that series. In the other matchup, it was the New York Yankees coming back from being down 6-1 to beat the Toronto Blue Jays 9-6 to avoid elimination as Toronto leads that series 2-1. This update was sponsored by Whiskey War by High Bank Distillery. Drink local, drink High Bank.
Good morning, Columbus.
Joe, that ain't good enough. Come on, Joe.
Wake up! Stop this boy!
Frizzle left tight, F fly, pass 37 punch, waggle, help, baby dizzy, X fan on the turbo.
Thank you, baby.
Football, man.
It's time to listen to a bald, fat loudmouth
Mr. T-Bone.
and a former football player.
And that ball intercepted by Tyler's pal.
Wow, no radio station has ever done that before.
Did it work for those people?
No, it never does. But it might work for us.
Welcome to T-Bone and Tybus.
Welcome in. Happy Wednesday to you. What's up? I'm T-Bone. He's Tybus. Good morning. Go to hell. Tybus, how are you?
Well, I'm not there, but I'm doing well.
Come on. GMGTH. What do you say?
Wagwan.
Wagwan. That's right. See, I'm learning. I don't know. I didn't know the lingo, but now I do. Lots to get to today. We have some actual great guests. We always have good guests, but today, I think we outdid ourselves. 7:30 today, we are going to talk to Hall of Famer, OSU basketball legend, Katie Smith, joining the program. I am wearing my Columbus Quest hat specifically because I wear it anyway, but Katie Smith is coming on the show, my gal. So, yeah, that's great. We're going to have her on 7:30 to talk some basketball, some life, some whatever. Talk about maybe that WNBA commissioner, some of the statements that are coming out of the WNBA of late, because if you haven't been following that drama, it is quite intense between the players and the leadership there at the WNBA.
Yeah, she's going to scold me.
Yeah, I heard you got in trouble when I was gone last week because you were talking about some nonsense with the WNBA.
Because how dare I say that if they ain't got the money to pay them, how can they pay them? So she's gonna set me straight and tell me.
I'm just going to sit back and watch and let you get lectured on that because I will agree with her. I
don't understand. Like, if that's T-Bone, if I owe you $20, but I don't have the $20 to give you, how can I give you the $20?
That's not how business works. Like, that's if that was how it worked, Amazon would have been like, well, we have a few books and that's it. Like, every time Amazon made money, they took out loans on that revenue and said, let's expand, let's build, let's grow. And now they're a multi-cajillion-dollar company, whatever they are. Companies build without revenue, or with revenue, but not the revenue all the way there. They still pay their employees. They pay their employees great wages. Amazon didn't turn a profit for years, and yet they would hire engineers who got paid as good as any other engineers out there. So that would probably be the argument, but I don't know. We're going to find out what Katie Smith says. We talked to her at 7:30, and I'm just going to sit back and watch. Let you enjoy that.
Just let me get scolded.
Yes, pretty much. That's how it's going to go. Also at 8:30, we're going to talk to Boone Jenner, your Columbus Blue Jackets. Start off the season tomorrow, so he will join us to discuss all things Jackets, getting ready for the season. We're excited to talk to Boone. Plus, we have got Ask Tyvis Anything coming up at 7:45, moving it a little bit to accommodate Katie Smith's schedule. So 7:45 today. So you can tweet us those at Bone and Tyvis 971 or go on our YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube, search 971 The Fan, click on T-Bone and Tyvis, jump in the YouTube chat, and you can put your questions in there. And then we have all that going on. So we'll get those questions. The Huddle, your NFL questions answered, coming up at 8. So a big show today. Lots to get to. And where do you think we're going to start? Right up 71. Well, depending on the way you look at it, up 71 or down 71. Because
I guess it do depend.
It goes both ways there. Because the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals have made a trade, which is, if I'm not wrong, I think this is the first time they've ever traded with each other, at least during the season.
Since the Browns have came back in 1999, this is the first time they've made a trade. They tried to make a trade for A.J. McCarron back in the day, but the Browns failed to send the paperwork in.
Right. That was the infamous. Yeah. We didn't get the paperwork in time, so the trade didn't happen.
Correct.
What, like, in the list of dumb things that have happened with the Browns, that's up there. But it's also one that you may forget about because there's just been so many stupid things. So let's talk about the Bengals angle on this first. We have talked about how they need someone who can actually throw a football, not to the other team. Now, Joe Flacco does that, but he also throws the ball down the field, presumably. You have weapons there.
He didn't for us.
Whose fault was that? His or the guy calling the plays?
Both.
Okay, fine. Could be. I don't know if this is going to work out for the Bengals, but I understand them trying to take a swing and do something, right?
I mean, he's a guy that he just recently got benched, so he's got game experience. If he decides to play against this Sunday against the Packers, he at least beat the Packers. It wasn't because of him, but he has some experience against the Packers. Having those weapons, he will, as long as they're, I think Zach Taylor is a little bit more willing than Kevin was right now at being able to call plays to get the ball pushed down the field. Plus, they got the wide receivers to do that. Their offensive line situation is just about as bad as the Browns, so I don't know how much time he will have to actually throw that ball down the field, but at least he does have the playmakers, which should inspire him. You know, the thing with Joe Flacco for me is this, and I'll continue to say this, he's going to give you 2 or 3 good games, and then he's going to fall off a cliff. That's just who he is right now. That's who he's been for the past... Since he's left Baltimore, that's really what he's been. You know, you had the time with the Jets where he went up against the Browns and had the miraculous 2-minute comeback. Then he came to the Browns, had the 6-game span. Then he went to the Colts, had like a 1-game span. Now he came back, and it's just he's never been a guy that can do it for 17 games. He's going to give you a few games, and then it's just what it is. So I fully expect to see the same thing out of Joe Flacco when he goes up there that first game. So if you're a fantasy person, take him like now and then let him have like 2 good games, and then you have to cut him. You got to release him because it's just going to fall off a cliff.
Yeah, I wouldn't, from a fantasy perspective, I wouldn't get my hopes up, but from the team is just trying to stay, they are hoping that they can get Joe Burrow back at some point in December. Does Joe Flacco get you the rest of the way through October, November, middle December with a 500 record? I don't know.
Let's see. Let me pull up their schedule.
You can pull up their schedule and we'll look. But here's the problem I have with Joe Flacco.
You say you want to get to December?
Well, they're saying it's probably a 3-month injury for Joe Flacco. That was at least what we heard at the initial outset of it.
So let's call it right here.
I'm going to say middle December.
Packers is this week.
Loss.
Steelers.
Loss.
Jets.
Anything's possible with them. You can beat them, sure.
Bears.
I don't know what the Bears are week to week, so I'll say possible. Let's say 2-2.
Steelers again.
Loss again.
Patriots.
Loss.
Ravens. I don't know what they got going on.
I don't know who they might have a different. Who knows? Is Lamar playing by this point? If he is, then that's a win for the Ravens probably.
Bills.
Loss.
Ravens.
Again, if it's Lamar back, I mean, I'm saying that's a tough stretch there.
And then December 21st is against the Dolphins.
Okay. And that might be with a different head coach. Who knows? Ultimately, what I look at with Joe Flacco, this is the problem I see. This is a guy who can't move, can't run around, can't stay out of the way of the amount of people who are going to be running at him every single game. And you have one of the worst offensive lines I've ever seen. Remember that game we had? Not a game, but it was a.
Oh yeah,
it was there was like a still shot of it where
they had like 5
whoever
people.
The Bengals were going up against, they ran 3 guys.
It was the Broncos.
Yeah, the Broncos had 2 guys off the edge,
and they didn't
both get home.
Didn't touch him.
And 4 guys were blocking 1 guy. They had 6 in protection, and 2 of them got home.
Yeah,
out of 3 guys rushing.
Yep.
Like I don't care who you have back there. It's not going to work if you cannot keep the quarterback protected. So whatever Joe Flacco could be with some level of protection from his offensive line,
would they have
that might be something that could be interesting, but they have to fix that offensive line, and I don't know how that gets fixed in the season like this.
I wonder for a Cincinnati fan, would they have rather Joe or Jameis?
I think it's unequivocally Jameis.
Jameis Winston, I think. would be a lot of people. I think a lot of Browns fans would say, actually, never mind. Let's bring Jameis back compared to Joe Flacco after what we saw this year. I think there are a lot of Browns fans who have to apologize to Jameis Winston.
Even though, like, Jameis hasn't played this year, like, you still take him over Joe?
Doesn't matter.
What has Joe done when he has played?
Yeah. That's not a good experience.
Fair.
That's like
that's a fair point.
This guy's worked at a fireworks factory. He has experience in the fireworks industry. Yes, but it blew up while he was there. That's not good experience just because you've been there.
Listen, the Browns trading Joe there's like 3 outcomes of this.
For who? The Bengals or the Browns?
The Browns. It is.
Okay.
Today is very telling.
Well,
it's going to be a day today.
Because I feel like this trade, one, it's just so weird that we have a trade between the two teams in Ohio. This also feels a little bit embarrassing just for both of our franchises, where it's like the rest of the NFL was just like, oh, of course, these two dumb franchises are trading a bad quarterback and making moves on it. The Browns did end up getting a 5th-round pick for this. They had to send a 6th-round pick with Joe Flacco, but they pick up a 5th-round pick, which I'm sure will have the Andrew Berry lovers just all up in arms like, yes, there's our future right there. That 5th-round pick is going to be the difference. But we'll talk about what does it actually mean for the Browns? What are they going to get out of this deal? And what happens with the backup quarterback situation and everything else? We'll get into that next. T-Bone and Tyvis on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and happy Wednesday. No problems to talk about when it comes to this early morning commute right now, especially for folks over in Dublin. Pretty free moving for folks on that 270 interstate over by Smoky Row Road out there. Not a lot to talk about. A similar situation for folks in our southeast corner as well. Good morning to our folks in Canal Winchester and Pickerington. If you are stepping out the door right now, maybe wanting to take 33 westbound in that direction towards the city, no issues there. Looking at 67 miles per hour for your drive times. Pretty average this time around. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Green & Sons. Family owned and operated for over 45 years. Green & Sons will help you find your next Kubota tractor. Located in Mount Sterling and north of Marysville. And online at greenandsons.com. Your home, your comfort, your family. That's everything. Big companies shout. Big ads scream. But trust is quiet. It's a tech who fixes instead of sells. A family business here since '66. Northland Heating and Cooling. Your local Lennox Premier dealer. Honest comfort. Real people. Real peace of mind. Northland Heating and Cooling.
Hey friends, Beamer here. In the spirit of Halloween, Awaken 180 is offering free consultations. Learn how scary fast and how scary easy losing weight can be. For mine, I brought all the questions, and in the end, Awaken 180 was an absolute no-brainer for me. Determine if Awaken 180 is right for you. The free consultations end October 31st. Reserve by phone only at 844-346-1800. For details and the number, visit awaken180weightloss.com. Scary easy with scary fast results.
Say goodbye to car care headaches with Carvenience from Hinderer Motor Company. This is Justin Hinderer. For only $49, we'll pick up your vehicle, leave you with a rental, and return it fully serviced and spotless. No more juggling your schedule or wasting hours at the shop. Carvenience lets you focus on what matters while we take care of all the rest, making life easier. Schedule your service today at HindererMotorCompany.com.
It's the moment we've all been waiting for.
Fox Wednesday. The Floor has a game-changing new twist.
The category steal.
I'm going to go for it.
Rob Lowe hosts The Floor. Then, 71 contestants are closer to the million.
Everyone needs to keep their cool.
Including you.
And the only thing in their way are seemingly simple games.
You must thread a needle. You are not allowed to touch.
I've never been this stressed in my life.
Ken Jeong and Aaron Andrews host 99 to Beat.
Tonight, starting at 8 on Fox 28.
At the end of the day, the sun sets on Central Ohio, but stories are still unfolding. Every voice, every neighborhood, every question that still needs answers. Fox 28 News at 10 is there in the quiet moments and at the turning points, digging deeper, finding solutions, lifting up the communities that shape who we are. At the end of the day, you deserve a team that's on your side. Fox 28 News at 10, always on your side.
Feeling stuck on your own 10-yard line in the career game? Maybe it's time to just go for IT. My Computer Career has the game plan to score a rewarding new IT career in months. Whether you're a rookie, a breakout career changer, or a military veteran ready to serve. Why spend years chasing a college degree when you can fast-track your future in IT starting now? Take your mark, get set, go for IT. Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
I'm back to doing what I love and more.
to the Good Feet store.
Visit the Good Feet store today. Walk-ins are always welcome. Visit the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway near the Polaris Mall or on Stringtown Road at Grove City.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy houses as is fast for cash. Call me today for an all-cash offer on any of your properties, and we can close within days at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Do you own a property that's outdated and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, I'll buy it. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Would it be convenient for you if you could simply take what you wanted and leave the rest behind? Great, I'll buy it. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family, apartment buildings, rental portfolios. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Call TurboTrack Realty today for an all-cash offer and speak with one of our friendly staff members at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
The number one problem we see at our clinic is delaying treatment. ED and low T can get worse.
Book your appointment right now. Call 614-300-7400. Prefer privacy? Book online in under 30 seconds at columbusmensclinic.com.
At our clinics, men's sexual health is the whole job. Look, I'm a normal guy too. I hate going to the doctor, but we've helped so many guys in here just like you. Even if pills have failed, our medical team is going to take the time to talk you through it. Same day in-house lab, and the treatments, well, they could change your life.
Your local medical team has your back. ED, low T, Peyronie's, size, and shape modeling. We tailor what works for you.
I'll get to the point. Can you imagine epic workouts and epic sex? Yeah, I said it.
A stronger you is closer than you think. We're available right now. Call 614-300-7400 or book in 30 seconds or less at columbusmensclinic.com. Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
All your favorite and least favorite fan shows are available wherever you get your podcasts. Just type in 971 The Fan to the search bar and hit that subscribe button. It's free.
We're the land of the free and the home of the sunburnt, freckled fat guy.
Join now. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We'll start off the morning with a little bit of chill in the air and partly cloudy skies with wake-up temperatures in the upper 40s to low 50s, giving way to plenty of sunshine this afternoon and highs only getting in the mid to upper 60s. For tonight, get ready, get the sweater and flannel out as temperatures plunge into the 30s to even low 40s overnight with mostly clear skies and more sunshine arrives for us, but cooler temperatures on Thursday. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with a 10 weather impact forecast.
The Big Nine was a sad, incomplete place. Enter Ohio State. The rest is history. The Buckeye Show.
Weeknights at 6.
The Fan. Tyvus has a bum wrist from playing football. Bone has a bum wrist from opening the heavy doors at Sheets. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvus.
Lots of guests today. Well, two guests, but they're both huge names. Katie Smith, Buckeye legend, basketball Hall of Famer, joining us at 7:30 to tell Tyvus where he's wrong, apparently.
Yeah. It's about to be a chewing, a butt chewing.
Yeah, she's gonna get on to you, it sounds like.
I'm scared.
So because her wife was listening last week and heard you talking a bunch of stuff about the WNBA.
So Jess heard me. She chewed Katie out. So Katie then texted me to chew me out. So, yeah.
I can't wait. That's going to be fun. And then at 8:30, we're going to talk to Boone Jenner. Jackets obviously getting ready to start things off tomorrow. NHL got started last night. You had, trying to think of all the results there. Panthers, I know, won. They beat the Blackhawks. Chicago off to another great start. I'm sure they'll be good this year or never. But the Blackhawks lost to the Panthers. Who did the Kings play? We just had that up.
Colorado Avalanche.
And the Avs won. I think McKinnon set another franchise mark there for them, so glad we missed on that guy. Pittsburgh got it done against the Rangers 3-0. So
the other thing that happened last night that we didn't talk about, Dylan, did you check it out on Peacock last night?
What was on the clock last night?
I heard what you said. You know what? I was going to play a soundbite, and I'm going to stop myself because that's going to get me in trouble. I'm not going to play the soundbite. I'm sorry.
Don't say that.
At some point during this segment, I will play the soundbite, when it's totally safe to play it, unrelated, so you can know what soundbite I almost played there and almost got us all fired. How about that? Right?
The Cavaliers preseason game against the Chicago Bulls.
I can't say I tuned in. I saw the score.
Riley Reid.
I don't know why that played. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yes, I almost included it in my Sports Center, but we ran out of time. Were you excited about the 1-point loss?
You know what's sad is when I tuned into it, they were up, and I just knew that they won the game, so I, cut it off. Because, all the starters were sitting out in the fourth quarter, and I come to my surprise, they lost by 1 point.
You know what I've noticed about you, Tyvis? You watch a lot of meaningless sports.
Is that true?
You do kind of.
What meaningless sports do I watch?
I don't know. Last segment, you read us the Bengals schedule. Who cares?
Yeah, I know.
Who cares what their schedule is?
First of all, Columbus is divided. Okay,
Who cares what the Browns schedule is? They're playing, and they're probably going to lose on Sunday. That's what we need to know.
I care because I have to cover it, so therefore,
So now we all have to care about it because you have picked a job that you shouldn't have. I got it. Go ahead. It's fine.
It's not a job that I should. I love football. I love football's fun, sir.
I love football. I love good football. The Browns kill me every year. But yes, go ahead.
Who of note played for the Cavs yesterday? I really don't know the answer. I'm genuinely asking.
It's funny you ask. Evan Mobley played for 18 minutes. Jalen Tyson, DeAndre Hunter, Jared Allen, Donovan Mitchell, all 18 minutes.
This is called Tyvis Reed's schedules and rosters. Come back for more.
No, I'm looking at it. Evan Mobley had 12 points, 1 block, 1 steal, 2 assists, 6 boards.
Good. I'll get ready. I'll be excited when the Cavs play regular season basketball.
No,
but again,
that's
you understand.
3 weeks from
You understand most people who follow sports, their problem with the NBA is there's too many games. So preseason NBA is a tough sell for the audience because they're not going to care.
This is the Cleveland in me because right now the Guardians is over. The Browns stink. So the next best thing to look at is the Cavs because they're actually good.
Yes, but when will it matter that the Cavs play well?
In the playoffs.
Yes. So everything they do in the regular season.
Okay, that's fair to say, but it's not like I ain't going to watch it.
I know. I'm going to watch it, but I'm saying.
Not, you act like it's just a bunch of things on TV to watch because I don't want to watch SNL from this past weekend.
That's what we watched last night. My wife and I go to bed. Yeah, we watched Bad Bunny on there and Doja Cat.
Yes.
Not Dua Lipa. I almost said Dua Lipa, different person. But she's great too. They're both awesome.
No, but going back to the Cavs, I feel like with this Cavs team, the regular season this year is almost going to feel like the preseason because everyone they got the number 1 seed last year, and what did they do in the playoffs? Not much.
Nope.
So no one cares about the Cavs regular season.
It's frustrating.
Especially with Tatum hurt and Halliburton hurt. People feel like the Cavs should easily just coast through the East Coast in the regular season.
I want to ask you a basketball question.
Okay.
You ever had Hennessy?
Oh, yeah, that was good yesterday with LeBron. We know it was an ad. We know it was an ad.
Your sunshine had the world on pins and needles for some Hennessy.
When I sent you that tweet, and with the ticket prices going up, I said, people are stupid.
Yeah.
Because
it should have been known. I even got sucked in a little bit because I said if it is an announcement for anything, it's not going to be he's retiring this year, but in 2 years. But I should have known. There's no way he was announcing anything like that without some kind of big press conference and all that stuff.
Like ticket prices quintupling, and now you're probably, honestly, that last regular season game, not only are you probably not going to see LeBron's last regular season game, you're probably not going to see LeBron, period. He'll probably be sitting out that game
until the Lakers take their first round exit, and then he decides to come back to Cleveland for his last dance.
Man, don't tease me with a good time, Tyvis.
Help me understand what the Browns' plan is with this whole Joe Flacco thing, because the entire offseason was it's about winning. Mm-hmm. It's about putting our team in the best position to win.
What they got to say.
They don't have to say anything. They can do better things. Because what they did was they said, we have to give the reps to a 40-year-old man who we believe in the future, and we have to give the reps to a guy in Kenny Pickett who has tiny hands. And is he on the roster? No. So it's October 8th now, but as of October 7th, not even a quarter of the way through the NFL season, basically, you already have both quarterbacks that got the majority of the reps in Cleveland gone. And so the idea that they were vital to our success, we had to give them reps because this is the best plan for the Browns. That's not true. They were both expendable pieces, and you've already dealt them before you even got to October, when you could have had the first team reps going to Dylan Gabriel exclusively Or him and Shedeur splitting them to figure out truly with the first team who was better. Probably would have been Dillon Gabriel, given all we've heard. But instead, you had Shedeur Sanders getting third-team reps or working in with guys who weren't even going to play for the Browns. Now the two guys you invested the most time in the preseason in, they're not even in the building. What was the plan here, Tyvis? Help me understand.
So I think you want me to put my Browns cap on.
I want you to tell me. I want you to take the Browns cap off. I want no cap, as people say. I've heard is a saying.
The way
I want no cap on this, Tyvis. Take all caps off.
The way that it looks, the way that it appears, the way that I see how what they were doing was they rest Joe because I think that they knew Joe played in this system, so he kind of had out of all the quarterbacks, he was the one that had the most experience working with Kevin.
Okay.
So they limited his reps. The other ones they were trying to figure out. Let's see. Kenny Pickett could have been potentially your Sam Darnold story. So I think that they was like, let's see. And I believe that there's
a different Kevin who has to be involved in that story for that to work because that hasn't been a thing. But go ahead.
Anyways,
Kevin O'Connell, I
believe that they looked at Kenny as he's going to be the guy. I don't think they necessarily – I truly to this day don't think that they wanted Joe to be the quarterback. Reason that I don't think that they wanted Joe to be the quarterback is because Joe is the last person. They signed Joe like 2 days before the draft. Like they went they dang near the entire offseason with just Kenny Pickett as the quarterback.
But Kenny Pickett was the first guy they traded.
Exactly.
Like, yeah.
Why? Because I think what happened was they seen him in camp. He was decent. And somebody was like, well, we'll give you what you paid for him. And they probably was like, well, at this point, he ain't played with us in the preseason, so we may as well.
Listen to me. If I tell my kids we're going to Disney World, okay, we fly to Orlando, we get a car, we load up, we go to a Disney hotel, and the day that we're supposed to go into the park, I say, actually, you know what? Let's go home. Like, and then they're like, well, Dad, I thought we had a plan. I would say, oh, yeah, I had a plan. But then I had a better idea. I just thought, let's go home. Let's save the money. Like, that's not a commitment to a plan. You just decided randomly in the middle of what you were doing to completely switch your objective and go on to something else. And you can't, like, if I did that, my kids would throw a fit. My wife would be screaming at me, like, what are you doing? Rightfully so. That's where Browns fans are today going, what the hell was this plan? If it was Flacco and Kenny Pickett getting most of, if not all the reps, most of, if not all the decisions of they're going to be the starters, and then at the end of, not even the end of October, before Halloween, both those guys are gone, then the plan was never to do that, or you don't have any good ideas. And that's been the issue with the Browns. I feel like they don't know what the hell they're doing.
But I feel like even in camp and even in OTAs, the majority of the person that got the most reps was Dillon Gabriel.
As a starter? Like, tell me if he was.
I'm sure he's taking reps with the one.
Did he get them compared to, Joe Burrow? You think he got more reps in camp than Joe Burrow did? I was trying to think of someone who's healthy, who's established, who's wasn't injured this season. But
with the ones,
do you think Dillon Gabriel got more reps than Josh Allen with the ones in Buffalo?
No,
right. That's my point. Is that if you had said beforehand, the plan is to get Dillon Gabriel all the way up to speed as best we can because he's our future, then he would have gotten a majority of the snaps, a majority of the reps as a one. And instead, you wasted all this time with Kenny Pickett and Joe Flacco because there was no plan. In my mind, there was no plan. And what we saw yesterday just proves that. They would throw the plan out for a 5th-round pick.
The plan was everybody that went to camp said that Joe Flacco was clearly the best quarterback on the roster. So when you went to the season, why would you not go with the guy that looks the best out of everybody?
Because clearly they know there was no future with him. That's why they're willing to part with him in October.
That. But the thing is, okay, so let me ask you this. You're a player on that roster, and you see that Joe Flacco is clearly the best quarterback. But when we come to the regular season, they say, yeah, we're going to go with Dillon Gabriel. As a player, let's say you play defense. What you going to say?
I would be
ain't trying to win no game. Y'all ain't trying to win nothing out here. What is we doing?
What are those players saying today?
Same thing.
Exactly. So you're in the same boat regardless. So let's just go ahead and rip the Band-Aid off in the preseason.
The season's over at this point, but you can't, at the beginning of the season, like, Like, you wanted it to be over game one?
No, they just have no foresight. They think every year they've got the greatest plan ever. They're going to figure it out. I mean, it doesn't work. It doesn't work.
They can't do nothing until 4 is off the books. That's just what it is.
They're using that excuse. I'll give you that.
It ain't. That's what it is.
2 minutes away. Deion Sanders echoes my feelings exactly about the Cleveland Browns. We'll talk about that next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, we do have a new ramp closure to talk about for our folks over on the east side. It's happening on Bryce Road. That ramp to 70 eastbound will be closed tonight and Thursday night as well, 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. in those overnight hours. So when it comes to the detour, thankfully it is not too bad. Just in case you encounter this closure, it's going to be Bryce Road to 70 in that westbound direction instead. Get off at Hamilton Road, that next exit over. Get off there, loop back on, and that'll get you back onto 70 in that eastbound direction. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Around here, it's all or nothing. And nobody has more all-wheel drive choices than Toyota. Now through November 3rd, get 4.75 APR financing on a new 25 RAV4 or 5.75 on RAV4 Hybrid, excludes plug-ins, or lease a gas-powered RAV4 LE for $309 a month for 36 months with $36.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS, tax title and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone here for Window Nation. Columbus, October is here, and with good weather comes more home improvement projects. Do you have old, stuck, or cracked windows that you've been putting off replacing? Well, Window Nation Columbus can help. This month, when you buy 2 windows, you'll get 2 more for free. There's no limit to how many windows you replace, and your total price includes 1-day installation. With Window Nation, you also won't have to make any payments for 2 years, which is a big deal with the holiday season coming up. And did I mention you could celebrate your newly upgraded home with 2 free tickets to an upcoming Ohio State football game? What other company in Columbus would thank you for replacing all your windows in your home with a fun experience like that? Put an end to your window problems before this beautiful fall weather ends. Now through October 31st, buy 2 windows, get 2 for free now, plus pay nothing for 2 years with Window Nation, a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Visit windownation.com today to start your free estimate. That's windownation.com.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
Tyvis played in some of the biggest stadiums in the world. T-Bone has eaten some of the biggest pizzas in the world. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Okay. Rusty in the chat. YouTube, just go to YouTube, 971 The Fan, click on T-Bone and Tyvis. Rusty said, Bone, did you just compare the Browns to the happiest place on earth? I mentioned that it was like the plan of taking my kids to Disney World and then just abandoning that is like what the Browns have done here with Joe Flacco. He said, last I checked, this is more like taking your kids to the morgue than deciding to go to the dump instead. Yeah, much better, Rusty. That's a good analogy. I appreciate it. Now, here is Deion Sanders yesterday, because we know part of the story becomes Joe Flacco's out of town. He's gone, traded to the Bengals. That elevates Dylan Gabriel. He already is the starter. But now who's going to be the backup? And you would think that is wrist up, sitting there with only one guy between him and the starting job, Shedeur Sanders. So Deion out at Colorado. Now, he's got a lot going on, right? Health issues. He has blood clots in his leg. I think today he's undergoing a 4-hour procedure to try to address that. So he's got a lot going on. I can't blame him totally for this attitude at all. Deion was asked, hey, what do you think about the Joe Flacco trade? And here was his response.
I don't give a damn about the Browns at all. I care about the Colorado Buffaloes. I do love me some Shedeur Sanders, don't believe that. I care about him. The rest of that mess, I don't, okay? I'm a coach trying to win just like they're trying to win games, but I could care less of who they traded.
I saw people getting mad about this.
Why?
I don't know. What is this man supposed to say for you? You want him to be out there being like, actually, let me tell you what, because if he did, then all the critics of Shedeur Sanders and Deion Sanders would say, why is Deion focused on the Browns? Just focus on your own team. You got to win games there. He does say that. And then you had people coming out online yesterday going, I can't believe Deion just trashed the Browns like that. It's like, what are we talking about? What is he supposed to say?
He truly cannot win. Shador or Dion just can't win when it comes to the media. There's the fan base is too divided on those two. It's you're on one side or the other side, and there's no middle ground. You're either with them or you're against them, and that's how people see it, and they're never going to switch sides, and it's unfortunate.
Yeah. Now, Andy had this to say in the chat, because I brought up, I said, I think who had more reps, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, or Dylan Gabriel as a starter, and he said, love you, Bone, but that's a bad take. Of course, Josh Allen and Joe Burrow would have more reps in the offseason because they're not in a quarterback battle. Browns had 3 guys, Sanders, Flacco, and Gabriel. Yes, and that is my point. They didn't have any of those guys in the end of the season last year. They didn't have Kenny Pickett either, for what it's worth. They had 4 quarterbacks on that roster this offseason that were added in that weren't there last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who decided to do that? That was an Andrew Berry, Kevin Stefanski organizational call. If you want to blame that on the Haslams, blame it on the Haslams. The point is, they didn't have to do that. They could have said, we think Dylan Gabriel is one of the best quarterbacks in this draft, and if we can't get him, then we'll go sign Joe Flacco, or we'll do something else, or we'll figure it out. But we think he's one of the best quarterbacks we can get. They could have drafted any number of quarterbacks with the number 2 pick. Or when they traded down to 5, they could have drafted any number of quarterbacks. Only one they couldn't have taken was Cam Ward. So they chose a scenario to take 2 quarterbacks in the draft, bring in 2 free agent quarterbacks who both aren't very good at this stage, and then roll with a 4 quarterback competition. Does that sound like a good plan to you? It wasn't. That's my whole point. Other teams have a plan. They figure out who their starter is. Some of them are wrong, by the way. I bet you Geno Smith took the majority of the reps with the Raiders. How's that looking right now? Just because you have a plan doesn't mean it works out. But I bet he had more reps with the Raiders than Dylan Gabriel did as a starter, wouldn't you think?
Personally, I said a whole year ago that the Browns are not going to take this thing serious until what day? When the dome open? 2028. That's the season. Because
that's pathetic.
I just, it's hard for me to see them like figuring it out, because you got to think about this. Right now, you don't have a quarterback, you don't have an offensive line, and you don't have any weapons at the wide receiver position, right?
No.
So everybody's like, okay, well, next year you got 2 first-round picks. Well, one of them is going to be late because Jacksonville is winning a lot of games right now. So you can, let's say you go quarterback and let's say you go offensive tackle, right?
Yeah.
You still go miss. You probably got to wait for the wide receiver. And then on top of that, you got to replace. It's not just one offensive lineman. You have to replace all 5 offensive linemen because 4 of them are off contract, and DeJuan Jones is going through a knee surgery or whatever the case is. He hasn't completed the season since he's been in the NFL. So, therefore, you need to replace a whole starting 5. And you're not going to just do that in 1 year. And let's say you did. You still ain't going to have the room to go get the weapons. And then on top of that, your cap is still terrible because number 4 is still on contract. So now you're talking about, all right, we got the offensive line, we maybe got the quarterback, but now we don't have the weapons. So guess what? We got to wait a whole nother year because we ain't got no weapons. Got to wait to the draft the next year to draft some weapons. So you talk about 2-3 years from now, this team actually being like on paper really, really good.
Last 25 games for the Browns, which goes back, this season, last season, and a little bit of the season before, which is when they made the playoffs. Their last 25 games, the Browns under Kevin Stefanski and Andrew Berry are 5-20. Tell me why they get another couple years till, well, we can't really do anything until Deshaun Watson. I don't care. Like, I understand the limitations. Everything you said makes sense, Tyvis. I'm just saying, what organization would tolerate 5-20 over the last 2.5 years or whatever it is, 2 years essentially, and say, yeah, that's good enough. Let's keep these guys around to rebuild it again and screw it up again, potentially. I don't understand this plan. And it doesn't sound like they have much understanding of it either, but whatever. You know what? Let's talk about something happier. Because you know what yesterday was? It was a big anniversary and we missed it.
What
was the anniversary of one of the greatest calls I've ever heard for any college football game ever. This is Gus Johnson talking about a little barbecue.
Wartenschlager to the sideline, caught. First down. Woo! What a hit! Denzel Ward! You got barbecue back there, and you didn't invite me? Hurt my feelings.
That was when Gus wasn't a Michigan man, and we didn't know how much he loved Michigan.
I dislike him.
Well, I do
my
too
heart.
now. Yeah.
Broke my heart. Because I didn't.
He's not a rapper anymore. He only did it the 1 week.
I feel like it was in the back of my mind that he was like from Detroit and a Michigan guy, but recently he's been shouting it from the mountaintops.
Yeah, I know.
And I don't like it.
I don't either. But that was Ohio State versus Maryland, 2017. Tavon Jacobs caught that pass, and Denzel Ward blew it up. So, yeah, that was apparently 8 years ago, and I can't believe that happened 8 years ago. That is insane to me that that's how long ago that was, but time passes. It's how it goes. I guess I shouldn't be surprised that happens, but it did surprise me yesterday to see that it had been already 8 years of that. Also, I have a stunning stat for you on Big Noon Kick. I got to find it here real quick because it's down a little bit in my Twitter timeline. Here we go. How many appearances do you think Ohio State has had on Big Noon Kickoff? They have the most.
Since it's open?
Since it started, which I'm going to say was at least back to then.
When did it start?
At least 2017. Because I think that was a Big Noon Kickoff game back then.
I will say 45.
Okay, not that many. But
31. 24.
Okay. Buckeyes are 18-5 on Big Noon Kicks.
Who we lose to?
Michigan?
Yeah, I mean, at least three of those are Michigan. Yeah, there's three of them. We know that. So here's what we have. I just want to point this out. Ohio State has been on Big Noon Kick 24 times.
This would be since 2019.
Okay, 2019.
Yep.
24 times. Michigan has been on 18 times. Of course, some of those are shared with Ohio State playing Michigan. Penn State has been on 11 times. I feel like almost all of those were when they played the Buckeyes, but sure. Then next, so those are the top three. 24, 18, 11 is third. So the Buckeyes have more than double the third place team in number of appearances on Big Noon Kick. Then the rest of the top five, it's actually four teams tied with Colorado, Nebraska, Oklahoma, and Wisconsin all having 7 appearances on Big Noon Kick. That Ohio State has been on 24 times since 2019. No one else has over 20. That just shows you, again, how much they love the Buckeyes, but how annoying that is that these games are always on Big Noon Kick. By the way, both Nebraska and Wisconsin are 0-7 in their Big Noon Kicks. That's also pathetic. Probably because at least the Nebraska, I know a few of those have been against Ohio State, so we know they lost those.
I'm looking at it from a business standpoint. Do you blame them?
No, I don't, but it's annoying.
It's annoying, but it's not like I don't understand why they're doing it. Like, that's going to get them the ratings that they want.
You're right. Jerry Jones, terrible liar. You will find out why next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there, and good Wednesday morning to you. Well, we are noticing a little bit of traffic for folks over in New Albany this morning happening right now. It's by that 161 and 62 intersection. Noticing a lot more brake lights and backups this morning. Really happening past that 62 intersection, that 161 eastbound direction over by Beach Road this morning. Lots of red on our time saver traffic map. No crashes in this area, just a lot more people headed out the door. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, where we've successfully treated thousands of men for low testosterone and helped them feel like their old selves again. Please take a moment and listen to how we helped Tom.
Hi, my name's Tom. I've been a patient at Tri-State Men's Health, and I'm being treated for low testosterone. I didn't really notice the issue of just the energy and feeling slow in the middle of the day and waking up feeling as if I hadn't even gone to bed. When I walked into Tri-State Men's Health, I was extremely impressed from the get-go with the results of the treatment. I wake up in the morning now with clarity. I have had more energy in working out. I definitely have increased my strength. I would say that if there are men out there who experience some of the same problems that I did with inability to sleep well and waking up without feeling refreshed and having your energy flagging throughout the day, go see Tri-State Men's Health. It's changed my life and it'll change yours too.
Thanks, Tom. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com.
Care Heating and Cooling. Honest technicians, honest pricing. Call 1-800-COOLING.
Hey there, you've got a ton of equity in your home. You're sitting on a gold mine. You could do so much with all that cash, like travel, invest it, or pay off debt. but you can't touch it unless you sell your home. But you really don't want to move. And besides, homes are sitting on the market a long time these days. You're trapped, right? Not with TrueHold. With TrueHold, you can cash out your equity in as little as 30 days. But listen, you don't have to move. You can stay in the home you love as a renter. That's TrueHold's Sell and Stay program. Cash out your entire home's value and stay put. TrueHold even covers property taxes, property insurance, and essential repairs. Imagine using that equity to travel, invest, or pay off debt. And you can stay in your home. It's brilliant, especially in this slow market. Get your all-cash offer now. Call 1-855-300-9993. Again, that's 1-855-300-9993. Or visit TrueHold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out on your home's value without moving. That's TrueHold.com.
Is your money just lying around? Switch to Huntington Bank, and your money's always doing something. Like auto saving for special events, tracking your teen spending, and helping protect your parents from fraud. Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
Hi, I'm Rick Germain for Toyota West. And with over 600 new and pre-owned vehicles available, Toyota West at I-270 and Georgesville Road has the car you're looking for. And right now at Toyota West, take advantage of 0 down and 0 payments until 2026. And every pre-owned vehicle comes with a 72-hour exchange policy plus a 3-month warranty for qualified vehicles. Come see us at the Germain Auto Mall on Georgesville Road or get started today at ToyotaWest.com. Offer expires 9/30. No payments for deferred payment. Interest accrues at time of inception with approved credit.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Annie's first oil change wasn't as hard as she thought because she went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner helped her find the right oil and save on an oil filter. He explained the job and showed her free how-tos on AutoZone.com. When she was done, AutoZone recycled her old oil for free. No hassles, just help. Everything you need, nothing you don't.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
Ryan Day's Buckeyes hit the road for a Big Ten battle with Illinois.
Live fan coverage starts Saturday morning at 6:30 with the Kick at noon.
Every game, every season, your flagship home of the Buckeyes, The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Right Way Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Two men who both know the value of a good hat.
Your balls!
This is Bone and Tyvis.
All right, if you get up as early as we do, you have noticed the temperatures are getting a little bit cooler. We're not there yet. It's not fully the fall weather, but if you're up right now, you probably experienced this morning if you've walked outside. It is a little bit chilly. That crispness in the air is going to stick around, and it's getting colder. And you probably remember last year when you sat by your windows and you felt the cold air coming in while you're trying to heat your house in the middle of winter. That is one of the worst feelings in the world. Don't have that feeling again this year. Get your windows fixed now from Window Nation. They've got a great deal going on, does Window Nation. This month, you can make no payments for 2 years, no monthly payments, no down payment, no interest until 2027. That's a huge deal. Holidays are coming up. That'll help you save as you're trying to get some of those gifts for your loved ones and all that stuff. But also, they have a deal where on that no interest, no payments, no nothing for 2 years, you also buy 2 windows, get 2 free. So all that wrapped up together, plus you can even win tickets to an upcoming Ohio State game. That's all for my friends at Window Nation with their 50-point inspections, with their lifetime guarantees, and their one-day installation. WindowNation.com. That is how you schedule a fast free estimate now. Just go to WindowNation.com. Takes you a couple minutes or less to get scheduled, set up, and then they will come to your house, figure out what you need. And, of course, when you buy 2 windows, you get 2 free, no interest, no payments for 2 years. Check it out today, WindowNation.com. So, Jerry Jones, Tyvis, you have some love for Jerry Jones, right?
Jerry Jones, the reason why I got my pension. I'll never say nothing bad about Jerry.
That's fine. I mean, I will.
I'll be critical of him, but I
I
won't like disrespect him.
He hasn't done anything for me other than give me this glorious soundbite.
I want me some glory hole.
My guy. So
that one gets me. That one might be the best one. That's out of all the ones, that was off the hook.
I want me some glory hole.
Yeah, it's too perfect. He thought he landed the plane with that one too. He was like, "Oh man, I want me some glory hole," and they're just like, "Jerry, no, please don't say that." So he was. The Cowboys played the Jets in New York. They won. Jets lost. It was embarrassing. It was a blowout. You've watched that game. I'm sorry. It was terrible. So after the game, Jerry Jones, or after they scored a touchdown at one point during the game, Jerry Jones is clapping from, his suite as he's watching the game. And he looks down at some Jets fans in the stands, and you can see him like looking down at them. He's clapping. He's doing his thing. He's cheering for his team. He looks down, and then he does this. He flips the bird right to these fans. And what I'm telling you is like, it wasn't like he was scratching his face, and it's like maybe his middle finger was up.
To him.
He turned at them and was like, boom. There you go. You see that?
Did you see what he said he meant to do?
What did he say he meant to do?
Thumbs up.
Oh, this is okay. So that's another story that he's told, because this is why I say he's a terrible liar. Because according to various reports to this week, he has called that middle finger unfortunate. Okay. Yeah, he could. That would be a little bit of ownership if you're like, yeah, I did that. That was unfortunate. I should have done that. He also said it was inadvertent. Like, I don't know. I've never inadvertently given someone the finger, like, ever in my life.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you mean?
Have you ever, like, scratched your face?
That wasn't. That's not giving. That's not doing it then.
Accidentally. Like, I didn't.
He didn't do that. You saw it. That wasn't inadvertent. He looked right at someone and went, there you go.
See, I refuse to believe he got his finger gestures mixed up, because he does 3 different ones in this clip.
Yeah.
He does thumbs up.
He does.
He then does a point.
Yes.
And then he does a middle finger.
Yes. And he looks at someone and is like, right there, buddy.
He points at them and then flips them the finger.
Yes.
How do you accidentally do that?
That was the third word. He said it was accidental in a different interview. And I'm like, I've never accidentally done that in my life. I've never, like, the way he did it. If you see the video of it where he looks right at someone and just flips them the bird, it's fine. I mean, I don't mind the banter. It's not that that's offensive to me. It's about the fact that this man is worth billions of dollars.
The attention was thumbs up.
He's an NFL owner, and he did that to regular fans who were probably giving him crap all day. But you know what? Don't go to the games if you don't want to get people yelling at you.
He 1000%.
Yeah, he meant it.
He thumbs up, gave him the bird, and pointed you. I'm talking to you.
Right. You see, with most things, if you just own what you do, I can respect it and be okay with it. If he was like, you know what, these Jets fans were giving me crap all day, and I decided in the moment that the middle finger was the best thing that I could do, I'd be like, you know what, Jerry? Kudos.
Yeah. And then he could say, but as an owner, I probably shouldn't do that. Right? You could take some ownership of that.
What was
but
his
instead,
fine?
He got $250,000, which is essentially like if they find you and me a wet sock. That's the equivalent to Jerry Jones. It's like, yeah, sure, I guess if you want it, here you go. It's a nothing fine to him, but he did get fined for by the NFL, which I don't know how much they're supposed to fine. What can you do, right? I mean, it kind of shows you the owners can do whatever they want, and they're not going to get that big of a fine, because $250,000 to you and me is, life-changing money, but for him, that's just couch cushion money. So, yeah, whatever. I just don't like that he's lying to our faces and saying, it's accidental. Because I don't have eyeballs. Are you that out of touch that you think people are going to believe that?
Would have said I lost the fact that I was an owner. I was feeling like a fan, and fans do that all the time.
Or worst case, plead the fifth. Don't say all this.
Say, did I do that? I blacked out. I forgot. Now let's talk about Jerry Jones and getting photos with women in bathrooms, because that's also a thing he's done that really never gets talked about, and I don't know why. There's a lot of weird photos with him in a bathroom stall with a woman. And
why did he say the glory hole thing again?
The full quote, which I don't have here, because he was basically talking about how in the oil fields, which you remember, that's how he made his money. He's just like a kid from Arkansas who played college football. Then he went off, struck oil, and became super wealthy. Mm-hmm. And he said in the oil fields, you have some of those where you hit one and you drill a hole and there's nothing. Then other holes that you hit, and it's just, we've had good times and bad times. You get one that's a gusher.
So
he said,
the one with the oil is the glory hole.
And he said, I've had good years here with the Cowboys and I've had bad years, and I want to get back to those glory hole days. I want me some glory hole.
I want me some glory hole.
And that's when then I think it was Stephen Jones, his son, was sitting next to him. He's like, folks, he's talking about oil. I swear he is.
I want me some glory hole.
I don't even want to think about what that man does in his free time.
He knew exactly what he was doing.
Of course he did. There's bad, there's awful, and then there's whatever's going on with North Carolina football. We'll talk about that next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Welcome to your Wednesday. Still not noticing any crashes or major slowdowns to report this early Wednesday morning here, but we do want to check in on some drive times for our folks in Madison County. Hey, a little bit slower on 40 East between 42 to 270. That will take you 16 minutes out there, but hey, even better news. If you want to take 70 eastbound, I definitely would. West Jefferson to 270, all in the green, looking at 11 minutes out there. I'm 10 TV's Verena Albizu with your fan traffic.
Enjoy rates lower than the national average, plus special rates on balance transfers with a Visa Platinum or Visa with Rewards credit card from BMI Federal Credit Union. Apply today at bmifcu.org/visa.
Dormar, you're pilot hero.
At Retail Rush, you can find name brand products at unbeatable prices. We source products from big box stores and auction them online starting at $5. Get up to 90% off retail prices on home decor, lawn and garden, and more. Bid now at retailrush.com.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, I think I saw a fox on my way in.
Oh, that was the Carfax Carfox. He was congratulating us on our Carfax Top-Rated Service Center Award.
I have always rated Tire Discounters at the very top.
Oh, thanks. So does Carfax. And not just for tires, but for all our services, too.
Alignment, brakes, shocks and struts, and more.
Yes, sir.
But, Mike, do you think people believe Carfax over me?
Well, you are the Phantom tire buyer.
Exactly.
Millions of fans agree this Christmas tradition rocks. Trans-Siberian Orchestra, live in concert, presenting The Ghost of Christmas Eve, the best of TSO and more. December 23rd, 2 shows, Nationwide Arena. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Trans-Siberian Orchestra. A portion of the proceeds benefits the James and Heather Pick Music Program.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place. And today we're in my showroom so you can hear how our windows keep sound out.
It's pretty loud in here, Wilson.
Well, Leslie, that's because the window's open. But if you close it like so, well, it's kind of good to let in a little nature.
I think nature just honked at us, Wilson. Get the windows that Columbus homeowners rated the leading window brand at PellaColumbus.com.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. After years of playing college and NFL football and always searching for that edge to keep my body right, to make sure I was always in peak physical condition, I was getting beat up, I was getting older, and I needed something to help me out. And that's something, well, I didn't want it to be surgery. And so I went to see my friends at QC Kinetics. I brought my dad with me. I needed my knee helped, so did he. And they did a great job. They helped use our own body's biologics to heal us. So we went there, we talked to Dr. Ray Tesner. He's the founder of Grant Sports Medicine. So you know that he knows what he's talking about. And you don't have to have surgery. There's no knife. It's a simple injection, not a hospital stay. It's fast and it's all natural. So whether it's back, knees, hips, shoulders, they've got you covered. Call QC Kinetics today for a free consultation with Dr. Ray Tesner and his team. Look beyond that same old remedy that you've been looking for. Call 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544 or go to qckinetics.com/Columbus today.
Away game this week, but that just means you can make the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus your home for Saturday football. Join the Fan for the tailgate show and then party with us with the ultimate watch party. We have football contests with amazing prizes. There's wall-to-wall screens, ticket and memorabilia giveaways, and unbeatable game day food. Can't wait to see you at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook on Saturday. Must be 21 or older to enter. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hi, I'm Joanna Williams, General Manager at Tansky Sawmill Toyota, and it's tire time at Tansky Sawmill Toyota. Now through October 31st, you can buy 3 tires and get 1 for $1. Visit TanskySawmillToyota.com to schedule your appointment today, or hurry in to Tansky Sawmill Toyota on the corner of Sawmill and 161 in Dublin to get those cars ready for winter. And when you think tires, think Tansky.
Think Toyota. Think Tansky. Think Tansky.
When you're building a single-family house, multi-unit house, townhouse, penthouse, row house, or tiny house, lean on green. Sunbelt Rentals. The Columbus builders who are building Columbus do. They know they can rent the right equipment at the right price right now, thanks to the largest rental fleet and most rental locations in Columbus. All powered by people for equipment know-how, support, transport, and training. So no matter what you've got going in or going up, lean on green. Sunbelt Rentals. Learn more at sunbeltrentals.com.
Newman Roofing, as part of its 2025 Commitment to Community initiative, is proud to recognize individuals who go above and beyond to make a difference for people of all abilities. This week, we honor Jessica Komajati. Jessica has made a meaningful impact as a Special Olympics Ohio Fit 5 advocate, a youth leader, and a dedicated Buddy Walk committee member. During this Down Syndrome Awareness Month, Newman Roofing is proud to join forces with 10 TV and The Fan in celebrating our ongoing commitment to the community.
Dormar, you're kind of hero.
When your furnace or air conditioner is broke, we come out that same day. Dormar, home the Tin Man.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars, Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. We carried the Ryan Day press conference yesterday here on The Fan, and here's what the coach had to say about his star wide receiver, Jeremiah Smith, and his Heisman chances.
Whether Jeremiah gets the statistics that he would need to get into the Heisman race or not, it's sort of out of his hands because there's just certain things that can happen that are out of his control. So that doesn't change who he is in terms of a player, his impact on the game, or anything like that.
In the MLB playoffs, we had two American League Divisional Series games last night. The Seattle Mariners beat the Detroit Tigers 8-4 in a game that was delayed due to weather. Seattle is up 2-1 in that series. In the other matchup, it was the New York Yankees coming back from being down 6-1 to beat the Toronto Blue Jays 9-6 to avoid elimination as Toronto leads that series 2-1. This update was sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. In the spirit of Halloween, Awaken 180 is offering free consultations all month long. Call 844-346-1800.
Tyvis is drinking a protein shake for breakfast. T-Bone is eating a protein donut, minus the protein. And it's more than one donut. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Oh, lots to get into today. We've been talking Flacco, Mike Cracco down in Cincinnati now. What is the plan in Cleveland? Tyvis and I had a robust discussion about that earlier. If you want to hear it, you just go get the podcast wherever you get podcasts. Just search T-Bone and Tyvis. We're right there, free of charge, in every app store, and it'll come right to your device every single day if you hit subscribe, like, follow, that kind of stuff. We'll have more discussion on that coming up. We're also going to talk to Katie Smith coming up 7:30. So, Buckeye legend, Hall of Famer. We're going to talk to her. There's actually discussion going on in the chat. Is she the greatest Buckeye basketball player of all time? And I think it's a fair conversation. I think she is in the running with anybody who has played for either program. So men's or women's, Katie Smith is up there for me. I'm wearing my Columbus Quest hat today because she also, by the way, people forget, Columbus Quest for the years they were around, not undefeated, but they won the championship, I believe, both years that league existed. I want to say it was the ABL, and they were winning the champion. They were leading like the standings their third season before everybody got absorbed into the WNBA. They were like undefeated in the championship run, 2-0, and were like the best team in the league the third year when it shut down. So that is a championship run that will never be matched, where they just literally dominated the league start to finish, the entire existence of the league, the Columbus Quest. Katie Smith, part of that team. So there you go.
I wish I would have been more hip to her when she played.
I mean,
I know. I tell you what,
were like 4.
My wife was a huge fan of her. It's the funniest thing. She was like so. I met Katie because I do the Buckeye Cruise for Cancer. Shout out to Chris and Lisa for putting that together. But so when I took my wife on there, she like met Katie, and she was like, my wife was starstruck is the word.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at her like, what is wrong with you? What's wrong? She said, you don't understand. I idolized her. Like, I used to watch all her film and all that stuff, and I used to want to play like her and all those things.
Yeah.
And it was funny because I've never had this happen to me. Like, when I met Cam Chancellor in Seattle, like, I said, what's up? You know, it wasn't like I've never met somebody where I was like, can't speak.
Yeah.
Because I look at them like they're human beings.
That's a good way to look at it, but maybe you just haven't met someone big enough. I mean, Cam Chancellor's pretty big, but you also were like, I'm in this league too. You know, like
but he was like my idol when I was in college.
Yeah, but now you're both getting a paycheck from the same place. I think that's different than if
he
you
was,
like.
He was a jag, you know. Once I got it, I'm gonna tell you where Cam lost it with
Just
me.
a guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you where he lost it. If he would have just mind his own business and let me and Sherm just beef it out, I'd have continued to look at him like an idol. But he wanted to stick his nose in the place that had nothing to do with him. So then the beef turned into him too.
Wow.
So that's what it was. He wanted to team up with Sherm so they all can get it. That's how I looked at it. Everybody can get it.
You're gonna fight the whole Legion
the
of
whole LOB. Every last because you should have seen me. I was the only person that didn't say nothing was Earl. Brandon Browner walked over there. He jumped in it. All three of them. I'm cussing all three of them out.
Of all the secondaries in the
As
world,
a rookie, yes.
I would not want to get into a fight with like the entire bunch of them. Like, I don't think the Legion of Boom would have been the first one I would have picked a fight with.
They all talk.
Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. I couldn't have done that. I would have been like, yes, sir. Sorry. Whatever you say,
they
sir.
All talk.
Yeah, that's right. I guess good for you. So we have Katie Smith coming up 7:30. 8:30, Boone Jenner will be joining us. We also have Ask Tyvis Anything. You can tweet us those questions at Bone in Tyvis 971 on Twitter.
And another thing.
Yes.
He's not done.
Go ahead.
Yeah, there's another thing. So let's say you need to know this. Okay. So say all three of them was getting ready to jump me, right? Mm-hmm. Because I was just talking that crazy to them.
Sounds like you were.
I would put my back against the wall, and the first person I'm taking off on is Cam, and I'm going to try to drop him. Because if I drop Cam,
all the other two guys,
Sherm and BB going to be like, oh, snap, and they're going to be hesitant. So I got them where I want them. But you got to knock the big one out
first. That's a crazy strategy, but it sounds like it just might work.
That's the only strategy if you're fighting more than one person is you got to throw. You have to throw first.
Yeah.
And you have to hope you knock someone out, and then you put some fear in the other guys. That's the only way to go about it.
You see Cam drop, you'd be like, oh, snap.
No. When they have that whole, what's the phrase, fight or flight, that instinct, mine is just, where's the airline ticket? Because I'm on the first flight. I'm not even looking for it. What? A fight strategy? I'm sorry. I'm on the Southwest app right now checking my bags. Like, no, we're doing that.
I mean, you can do that, but like if it's to the point where there's no return, like you ain't got no choice. That's what you do. You put your back up against the wall so nobody can sneak you, and you go for the biggest one.
I've not been in any fights enough to know that. That's good. I'm learning valuable things here, Tyvis. When I see a truck driver in Indy, I'm going to take that into account next time. I'm going to remember that. So, Pat Welter from WRAL. He is the reporter there in North Carolina. I believe it's a Raleigh station, WRAL. Anyway, they cover North Carolina football and other collegiate sports there. He had a bombshell kind of report about what it's been like for Bill Belichick at North Carolina, and particularly what it's been like for some of the families. So Sunday night, this kind of blew up a little bit because Drake May had a big game for the Patriots and looked great, and he's a North Carolina guy. So obviously, what do a lot of these colleges do? They go, hey, this guy had a big game. Built here. This is our guy, right?
Yes.
That's all. Ohio State does it.
Developed here.
Every time.
Hashtag developed
Clemson
here.
did it with Trevor Lawrence stumbling around like a newborn giraffe. They were like, yeah, our guy, he won the game. Woo! And like, sure,
Chris
whatever.
Jones gave up on the play.
He sure did. But they didn't do that. North Carolina didn't tweet anything out when that happened, so people started pointing it out Monday morning. Monday afternoon, they did tweet something out or post something. It could be argued maybe that was just their social media team was not on it and didn't get it done in time, whatever. So that started drawing people's ire. They said, what is going on? Because the Patriots, remember, Belichick has this thing where he won't let Patriot scouts into the building because, well, I'm apparently not welcome there, so they're not welcome here, is what he's said to the media.
Yes.
Cool. That's good when you're trying to get guys drafted to the league. Also, came out yesterday, secondary coach Armand Hawkins was suspended for providing illegal benefits to players, to one player's family. And the benefits were sideline passes, which isn't the biggest thing, right? But the problem was, according to this report from Pat Welter, WRAL, that player is Thaddeus Dixon. Thaddeus Dixon came over from Washington with Steve Belichick, who was a coordinator there last year. He brought some Washington guys over.
Okay.
Apparently, that's the big issue there at North Carolina, is if you are a transfer in or you're one of like Steve Belichick's guys from when you were at Washington, you get better treatment than the guys who were there at North Carolina who just stayed. And so parents have been complaining that, like, They can't talk to Steve Belichick, let alone Bill. Parents have been told you're not allowed to approach Bill Belichick, even if you see him at a game, even if you see him at an event. You don't go up to him. He comes up to you.
Like the parents of the players.
Parents of the players are told that. They've said most of them don't have the number of the coordinators or a lot of the coaches because they're off limits. Can't call them. Is that normal for like parents to not get calls from? Don't they usually check in with parents occasionally and say, hey, by the way, we saw this with your son. We're excited to tell you he's going to start this weekend. Or, hey, we noticed some problem that your son's had.
Ohio State does that for the captain thing, but I mean, usually the player tells the parent, and if the parent is like, if they have like an event and the parents there and they want to say something to the coach or Coach Meyer or any of the coaching staffs, or they would stop and talk to him for sure.
Yeah. Multiple players cited it's a divided locker room. Belichick seems distant, disengaged.
He's gonna get fired.
Well, apparently his buyout is $20 million.
Oh, that's right. Because
it
was $1 million.
It was $1 million up until like the start of June or July or something.
Pay that. They got Mike. Mike can write that check.
Well, that's right. I'm saying it's getting to a point now where you're going to have to probably let this guy go. You're going to have to probably wait till the end of the season, but they're going to have to fire this guy.
This might be the end of him.
Well, I think some of this is being built too because I'm sure North Carolina would love to fire him with cause.
Oh, for sure, because you ain't going to pay him.
Right. So, like any of these things, so one of their assistant coaches getting busted for not a huge deal, but you can't. Apparently, that was a problem where some of the players were getting those extra benefits. Also, some of the players that came out yesterday have been selling their tickets, which you're not allowed to do. Even under the new NIL rules, you can't sell tickets that you get for free. You have to give them away. So that's another minor violation type of thing. But I can just see North Carolina trying to build this case up to say, let's get rid of this guy. Because that's how big of a dumpster fire it's been there.
This is the end for Bill Belichick. This would probably be the last coaching gig that he has. I don't see him going back to the NFL. I don't see why somebody would want him back in the NFL. It's unfortunate too.
Do you guys think he's for sure getting fired this year, though?
I mean, I wouldn't say.
I think
it's not a for sure thing.
Unless he does a drastic turn at the end of the year, I could see them saying, "All right, that was a 1-year experiment. Let's cut bait."
You know what?
We're done.
This what will save them. Where are they at in recruiting right now? Let me see.
I don't think they're any. I don't know.
They got a couple of. They took.
Well, they got one from Ohio State. You're right.
The thing is, though, I feel like the powers that be at UNC. I feel like they want to be proven right by hiring Bill Belichick, so I feel like they'll give him another year to try to right the ship. But I feel like he's already set their program back, and you bring him back for another year, you're going to be that much more far behind if you just can't admit that you were wrong and fire him and pay the buyout.
Yeah, I mean, it's at some point you got to get away from that sunk cost fallacy that I know a lot of these leaders do at colleges where they're like, oh, we already invested all this. It doesn't matter.
They 17th.
Okay, that's fine. But they just had a kid, I want to say, over the weekend after they lost their most recent game to Clemson where they got annihilated. It was like that afternoon or the next day. It was a kid who was committed to North Carolina, was like, I'm opening my commitment back up.
We
Come
ain't
and get
even
me.
top 5?
Don't start with this.
Let's
it's
not.
Early. It's early.
Tyvis.
It's very early, Tyvis.
9th?
It's very early.
What is going on?
It's very early.
Look, we're going to flip a bunch of guys. There's one transfer portal now. We're going to get them all flipped. It'll be fine. Don't worry about
it. We 9th?
I'm fine with it.
We ain't never been lower than 5th in my life.
Okay, and probably won't be at the end. At the end, we won't be. I promise you, it won't. I don't think that's going to happen, but we'll see. Joe Flacco, is he the best quarterback the Bengals could have gotten? We'll talk about that next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic
from the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good Wednesday morning to you. Well, some better news for folks over on the east side. We had a crash that just cleared up for folks at Etna this morning. It was happening on that 70 westbound direction just past 310 where a left shoulder was blocked in that area. Again, noticing a little bit of backups this morning. Crews left the scene not too long ago, so do make sure to keep in mind that. But again, looking a lot better out there. Crash just cleared. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
9 Inch Nails. Live at Schottenstein Center. Friday, February 20th. Get tickets Wednesday, October 8th at 12 p.m. at NIN.com. 9 Inch Nails. Live in Columbus. Peel It Back Tour 2026.
Doesn't it make you feel better?
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows. Fan here. Right now, buy 2 windows, get 2 free. No interest for 3 whole years. Restrictions apply. Call 614-502-5220. Like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
No matter where you are, Coughlin is there, in store or online. CoughlinCars.com. 13 new car brands, over 1,000 pre-owned vehicles, 17 convenient locations for sales, service, and parts, plus 4 state-of-the-art collision centers. CoughlinCars.com. Shop locally owned CoughlinCars.com. Coughlin has the car for you.
Hey friends, Beamer here. In the spirit of Halloween, Awaken 180 is offering free consultations. Learn how scary fast and how scary easy losing weight can be. For mine, I brought all the questions, and in the end, Awaken 180 was an absolute no-brainer for me. Determine if Awaken 180 is right for you. The free consultations end October 31st. Reserve by phone only at 844-346-1800. For details and the number, visit awaken180weightloss.com. Scary easy with scary fast results.
AmeriHealth Caritas Ohio is your Medicaid plan for more benefits, more rewards. We know that good health means more than just seeing a doctor when you're sick. Eligible members can receive extras like home-delivered meals and family essentials, like baby carriers and kids' school supplies. Members can even earn rewards for playing mobile health trivia games. Learn more at AmeriHealthCaritasoh.com and call the Ohio Medicaid Consumer Hotline at 1-800-324-8680 to choose AmeriHealth Caritas Ohio.
The open road feels even better with CME Federal Credit Union. CME wants to beat your current auto loan rate by 1.5% APR and give you a fresh start with no payments for 60 days. Whether it's tailgates, pumpkin patches, or road trips through Ohio's back roads, let CME help you cozy up to savings and make this season one to remember. Terms apply. APR as low as 4.99%. Federally insured by NCUA. Visit CMEFCU.org.
Flexible, secure, fun. Oh, and great pay, too. Are you not sure what you want to do for a career? Or are you thinking of changing careers? Being a dental hygienist or dental assistant may be the perfect fit for you and provides all of these perks, plus more. Talk with a dentist in your community or visit ODA.org to learn more. Become a valuable member of the dental team and start helping people love their smile. This message is brought to you by the members of the Ohio Dental Association.
Do you have foot pain? Foot pain is not normal regardless of your age or job. Podiatric physicians are the most qualified doctors to care for your feet and can provide important foot care solutions or shoe inserts to better manage foot pain. Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association podiatric physicians are located throughout the state and are dedicated to providing the highest quality foot and ankle care. We've been serving the profession and the public for over 100 years. For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
What time is it? Big Voice Guy checks watch. It's hockey o'clock. The Jackets open up the regular season in Nashville. Live fan coverage starts Thursday at 7:30.
Sponsored by Atlas Butler Heating and Cooling.
Your home of the Jackets, the Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We'll start off the morning with a little bit of chill in the air and partly cloudy skies with wake-up temperatures in the upper 40s to low 50s, giving way to plenty of sunshine this afternoon and highs only getting in the mid to upper 60s. For tonight, get ready, get the sweater and flannel out as temperatures plunge into the 30s to even low 40s overnight with mostly clear skies and more sunshine arrives for us, but cooler temperatures on Thursday. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with a 10 weather impact forecast.
The two most mature people working at the radio station. And that's just because they wear pants. The pervert and the skivvies. Rothman and Ice.
Weekdays at noon.
The Fan. All of the hair on their heads is slowly migrating to the lower part of their faces. And cracky. This is T-Bone and Titus.
OSU Hoops legend Katie Smith joining us at 7:30. Boone Jenner joining us at 8:30. Jackets time tomorrow. They start their season on the road in Nashville. Of course, we'll have all the action for you right here on The Fan. Big trade yesterday in the NFL, and by big, I mean dumb, and by trade, I mean I can't believe this happened. but it did. Joe Flacco's getting dealt from the Browns to the Bengals because Bengals have no options, really, for a starting quarterback. At least that's what it seems to be. Not in the building. Jake Browning is not the answer there. The question I have for you, Tyvis, do you think they could have done better? Because...
And you know, I was thinking about this.
Jameis was available. I mean, theoretically, Jameis is there in New York. Russ is there in New York. Like, both those guys, apparently they didn't even call. Bengals supposedly did not even reach out to the Giants about a trade for either of those guys. They went right to the Browns and said, give us Joe Flacco. Or maybe they said exactly this.
Flacco, my Cracko.
I don't know how the negotiation went, but something like that.
I don't know. Maybe they looked at it from like, Joe has been a good mentor as well. I mean, you think about the young guys there with Jake Browning. Who they signed? Sean Clifford or something like that? So,
sure, and his big red dog. That's right. Yes.
So maybe they looked at it from that. I know when they asked Cincinnati about it, they said that he's like a Super Bowl winning quarterback and he's won games in this league and all those things. It's just with the Browns, we really didn't get to see it on display. Like, I know you said that the zip on the ball seems like it was gone, but I didn't really see it. But the problem is he never really got a chance to display it. He's never really threw the ball down the field. So it's going to be quite interesting to see what happens with him, with those receivers that he has over there. But I don't know, man. Jameis, they're essentially the same people to me personally, him and Jameis. And then Russell, y'all know how I feel about Russell. Russell is a guy that he probably give you 4 games, and he just they all the same. It wasn't like there was some guy out there that they could trade for that could just change everything and make this team be a winning team like that. So I thought I guess the Browns must have been the best deal as far as, because what we traded, a 6th-round pick, Joe, and a 6th?
They got a 5th back.
For a 5th?
Yeah.
So, maybe that was the best trade that they can come up with.
But the problem, according to Diana Rossini, at least, they didn't even, do their due diligence and call the Giants, according to her. I don't know. If I was them, I would have called every team in the league and seen what their second-string situation was based off of how Jake Browning was playing. It seems like almost any backup in the league would have been an upgrade to what he was doing. So I don't understand. It seems like I know you don't like Russ, but I feel like there was at least 2 options there for them to at least call the Giants and see what was up.
Where are you at on Malik Willis?
I forgot he existed.
Yeah, I did too.
Where is he now?
He's with Green Bay. Remember Jordan Love got hurt. He stepped in. They won 2-3 games.
That is true. That was last year, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't know he was still there.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily blame the Bengals for getting Joe Flacco, but I just wonder if it's really true that they didn't call anybody other than the Browns, or they at least didn't call the Giants, where they have 2 guys who presumably would be interested in starting. I don't know. Like you said, Tyvis, there's this level of learning that you have to be able to walk into an NFL locker room and say, all right, I can pick up this playbook fairly quickly. I understand a lot of the concepts of what you're trying to do. That's why all these guys can get jobs. And like you said, they can play for 3 or 4 games and be mildly effective. But then NFL defenses come around and go, oh, right, it's this guy. He can't do this. Oh, yeah, he doesn't do that. See, it's on film. And then it's all over. They throw 3 picks and everybody goes, oh, yeah, that's right. This guy's washed. And that's it. So, yeah, all these guys are kind of in the same boat. I get that. I'm just surprised the Giants weren't contacted, if that's true, for the Bengals.
I mean, realistically, nobody wants to preach losing. But the Browns in the same boat. At this point, what perk do you get for winning? You might as well just lose and get the high draft pick at this point.
Yeah, this goes back to the whole problem I have with the Browns this year is, what was the plan? If you want to say the plan was,
they didn't have one.
I don't think they did, because their
plan was, let's just see. Let's go out in this season and let's see if we can pull some games, and then after 6 games we'll reassess where we are, because if we're 1-5, then it's it's over with, so let's go ahead and really continue to play the young guys and see what we got.
And that's fine if it's a lazy Saturday afternoon where there's nothing going on and your wife says, what do you want to do? It's I don't know. Let's just see. Let's just go out. Let's go out. Let's go get dinner or something. There's no plan. You just go out. That's fine. Not when you run an NFL franchise. You can't just say, well, at the start of this offseason, none of these quarterbacks were in the building, correct? Was Kenny Pickett there? Or did they bring him in the offseason? Am I wrong?
They brought him in the office.
Yeah, they traded for him. Right. He was the first one. Yeah.
Right, traded for him. Then they went out and got Flacco. Then they drafted 2 quarterbacks. So the 4 quarterbacks you had in the building were all this offseason. And then during this preseason, they give most of the reps to, when he was healthy, Kenny Pickett. And that's part of it, too. Dylan Gabriel did get more first-team reps as preseason went on because they were resting Joe Flacco, and Kenny Pickett was hurt. But that wasn't their plan. Their plan was probably to give Kenny Pickett, like you said, he was the first guy they went and got before Joe Flacco.
Their plan should have been the entire time to have Dylan Gabriel ready. You know why? Because I made this point on the Cleveland show yesterday. They went into this draft and they viewed him as the second best quarterback in this draft. You can't tell me any otherwise. You know how I know that? Because if they felt Jackson Dart or Tyler Shuck or whoever was better, they would have took him with the second or fifth pick in the draft. Yeah. The fact that they said, nah, Dylan's going to be there in the third, we look at him as the second, they decided to skip it because they could have took him the second pick, the fifth pick, they could have took him with the 33rd pick, they could have all these picks, they could have grabbed any quarterback. They waited to take Dylan Gabriel in the third round, so they viewed him as the second best quarterback in this draft. Therefore, you should have had him ready to play because you knew he was going to play at some point. And he's looked fine, but at some point, I need to see like him be this guy that you assessed him to be. Because if he turns out to not be good, that tells me you don't know how to evaluate quarterback. Therefore, you should not be evaluating quarterbacks moving forward.
This is the whole problem with the Browns, like I said, because there's no plan. And it sounds like Andrew Berry and Kevin Stefanski are just going to get another year, 2 years, who knows how long, to keep figuring this out.
You never know. We think that, but Jimmy would overreact and fire everybody.
Well, at this point,
they should have fired him last year.
It's not an overreaction.
They should have fired after 3-4-14. You should have fired him.
Kevin Stefanski, going back to 2023, last 25 games that he has coached, the Browns are 5-20. Tell me, if you go look at some of the comparatives between the numbers this year as far as where they rank offensively and what they looked like when they had their 0-16 season under Hugh Jackson, like, the numbers offensively are very similar with, I think, a very different core of guys.
The only saving grace they got right now is that them young rookies that they drafted this year is playing really well.
That's fine.
That's about it.
You know what? When you have so many high draft picks, you should eventually get a few guys who can play, right? And I'll give Andrew Berry credit for this year seeming like almost all home runs in the draft. Go back and look at the rest of his drafts. They're not like that.
They're terrible.
They're right. So people have been breaking this down like, oh, you can't get rid of Andrew Berry. Look at how he drafted this year. I've seen plenty of people saying Andrew Berry drafted well this year.
That man is clinging on these young dudes, these rookies. Please, he need them to be rookie of the year. He need Q to win offense, and he need Carson Schlesinger to win defense.
Yeah, but what's it matter if you can't draft the quarterback right?
That's the other problem. And I don't even know.
That's a shame. And Kevin was supposed to be this great quarterback whisperer and all that.
That's out the window now. But what was the plan? Because like you said, maybe it's just better if you lose and you get a high draft pick. Fine. But they started the season with presumably Flacco and Pickett as the two options for quarterback. Then both those guys are traded by October. And now we're rolling with Dylan Gabriel because we think he's the future. But also we want Shedeur Sanders to get time. They have no clue. They have no concept. And what would be more, at least to me, I mean, maybe this is their way of doing it. The better plan would have just been to say, not to the guys, not to the coaches, you don't say that, but Andrew Berry and organization should have said, yeah, we know this ain't the year. We're not doing anything quarterback-wise. We're getting offensive line talent. We're building up every other position but quarterback. And we will roll out there with, I don't know, whatever we can find at quarterback on the free agent market. Maybe Joe Flacco, maybe Kenny Pickett, we're that. And then we'll lose a bunch of games, hopefully get a top 5 pick, and we'll draft our quarterback next year. But it doesn't seem like that's the plan. We don't know what the plan was, but it doesn't seem like there's any clear direction up there. So.
But they move like, as in Kevin Stefanski and Andrew Berry, they move like people who got promised a year after this
for sure, 100%. And I don't understand how that's possible, other than if you're an organization that just has no standards whatsoever.
Well, it seems like part of it was that everyone was so sure that this upcoming quarterback class would be better than last year's. But as 26. The season has been going on, how good is this college quarterback class? And we thought it was going to be the best. People were comparing it already to like 2004, was it 83 with Jim Kelly and Marino and all of them?
Yeah.
Like it was already getting all that. And now it's like, who's clear-cut best quarterback? No idea.
Hey,
who are the clear-cut first-round quarterbacks?
John Mateer.
No idea. He's not even healthy. What if he comes back and plays like crap?
Fernando Mendoza, and Norris Sellers.
Are those guys bona fide first-round picks to you?
They're all big question marks.
They are ones that's probably going to go in the first round.
I don't know if they are first round. All those names you mentioned, who did Stefanski and Andrew Berry and Jimmy Haslam come down to scout.
Arch Manning,
who has been one of the worst. So we'll come back. 2 minutes. Katie Smith, the Hall of Famer, OSU legend. She joins us next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, if you live over in Canal Winchester and Pickerington, do be mindful as you step out the door and take 33 westbound. It will get a lot slower, especially over by Gender Road this morning. Noticing some reds on our time saver traffic map indicating that congestion. Also noticing some backups for folks in New Albany this morning. Of course, it's that past that 161 and 62 intersection. Really, that 161 eastbound direction by Beach Road, looking at 27 miles per hour for your travel times out there. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Victor's Home Solutions. Schedule your free 21-point roof and window inspection today at victors.com.
Hey, it's Anthony Rothman. Guys, you feel it. Something is off. It's not just signs of aging. It's your energy slipping away. It could be low testosterone, draining all the things that make you you. But it doesn't have to be this way. The solution? Testosterone replacement therapy at Synergenics and Low T Center. They use pharmaceutical-grade testosterone to increase your level that is just right for you. They are one of the only providers that accept most major insurance. They make it affordable and easy for you to start and stay on the treatment. Synergenics and Low T Center have clinics conveniently located around town in Gahanna and Dublin. You can be treated in the clinic or receive at-home treatment. Either way, it all starts with a simple and quick free test at the center. And for a limited time, get a free hormone consultation and free T-test and automatically enter for a chance to win autographed memorabilia or even tickets to a major sporting event. Get back to feeling like you again. Book your appointment now at trtmvp.com. That's trtmvp.com.
Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Hi, this is Ryan Krieger, and at Krieger Ford, we're offering an amazing $12,000 off MSRP on a new Ford Bronco Badlands. This offer is only from Krieger Ford, so come see us on Morris Road or visit KriegerFord.com today. Home of the Krieger Commitment. Best cars, best people, peace of mind.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
Both of these men played sports in high school. Only one of them was good at it. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
With all due respect, Tyvis, none of us were as good in high school or anywhere else as the person we're about to talk to in her sport. She is the legend, Hall of Famer, OSU Buckeye great. Katie Smith joining us on the Bryan Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Katie, thanks for taking the time this morning. We appreciate it.
Hey, appreciate you guys. Good to chat.
All right, Katie. So I got yelled at. Well, you got yelled at. So then you yelled at me because I said, this is the thing, Katie. If I owe you $20 and I don't have the $20 to give you, how can I give you the $20?
Right, but the thing is that it is an assumption that there's not money that's out there, whether it's the TV deal. Obviously, there's a new TV deal for the WNBA that's coming up. The valuations of these teams and franchises are skyrocketing. And that's kind of how the NBA and NFL function, right? They're valued at a certain price. Doesn't mean they're making that money. It just means when they sell that they're going to cash out with that money. So there's definitely money, whether it's marketing, the gear, all the things that's there. Our salary cap is only $1.5 million.
So that was something that I found out. Something that I didn't know, Katie, was that WNBA players get 9.3% of the revenue, of the league revenue. NBA players, by comparison, get 50%. You can talk about the numbers being like the NBA may have.
They are.
Yeah, but it's percentages, right? That's the part that doesn't make sense to me.
And that's what they're fighting for. Again, you're not asking for $20 million a year. This isn't now they bumped up from the last CBA. Obviously, max salaries are $215. The super max is $250. The salary cap's $1.5. You can't have 4 super maxes on your team, and you have 4 players. You know what I mean? So you're balancing that. So, but again, you're right. It's not about like, oh my gosh, we got to make the same amount as the men. It's like, no, we want to make the equivalent of what we deserve within our league. and that's what the players are pushing for, because that 9% doesn't make any sense. So the valuations are skyrocketing. Owners are putting money and want to get in now because there's money to be made. So that tells you something. So the players, and the players do such an amazing job using their voices, is that they want to just get their due in that respect. They're not asking for outrageous numbers. They're just wanting more of the pie that they're really working and have created.
In part, we're having this discussion because last week I was gone and there was some discussion about the WNBA. And I feel like, Tyvis, if I had been here, I might have tried to bring up some of these points. But regardless of all that, I'm curious what you think about.
Tyvis went off the rails, man.
I didn't go off the rails.
What I heard was, I was like, dang, Tyvis, like come on.
That's not what I said. What I said was,
if you ain't got the money, you can't pay the money.
That's all I'm saying.
But it's not that easy, and that's where, Timberwolves, all these people, all these salaries. Do you think they're bringing in profits every single NBA team?
I would hope. I live in the fantasy. I live in Tyvis world where yes.
I don't think they do. I don't think there's these teams. Some of these guys aren't selling out. The salaries are out of this world. But it seems like it because the valuation is $4 billion for this franchise. So ultimately, they're going to make money because when they cash out, it's worth $4 billion.
Katie Smith joining us.
I think everybody, I don't know. I don't know all the numbers, but I don't think everybody is profitable on the men's side. So.
Sorry to cut you off there. Katie Smith.
No, you're good.
Buckeye legend joining us on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. So I got to ask you about Kelsey Mitchell, former Buckeye legend like yourself. She had a monster run in the WNBA playoffs. How proud of her were you to see that happen?
You know what? It was she's been in the league for some years now, and had some, I think she said 4 coaches in whatever amount of years, and just it felt like she kind of came into her own with her team, her role. Just kind of seemed really comfortable and just kind of did her thing and really led them. She had a couple vets. Stephanie White got, Natasha Howard, obviously Leah Boston kind of has been solidified in the paint, but she really stepped up. When it came on both ends. I really saw her try to, her defense was improved, but she was solid for them, and they needed her literally. I mean, they just made a heck of a run, especially with all the injuries they had.
All right, Katie, right now, the WNBA Finals, the Aces is up 2-0. Asia Wilson's on the tear, but Alyssa Thomas is a walking triple-double. Can they come back and find a way to win this, or do you think the Aces kind of got this in the bag?
I think the Aces have it. I think that first game was the kicker for Phoenix. Mm-hmm. I just don't think they can. I don't think they can stay with them with their offensive power. And if the Aces play enough defense, I just think they'll be fine. It's just the Aces have always been able to put the ball in the hole, so you have to keep up scoring with them. And I just think they have a little too much. So I really, if Phoenix would have got that first one, it might have been a better series. But I just think the Aces have this.
Can we talk about some Ohio basketball, just the state of Ohio? Because you're obviously a basketball legend, not just in this state, across the country, but high school basketball. I hear all the time about both the women's program and the men's program at Ohio State. Well, they can never be a blue blood like some of these other schools that get name dropped all the time, Duke, North Carolina, Kansas, UConn, etc. And I don't feel like that's correct. Would you agree with that statement that the expectations should be higher for basketball here as Buckeye fans?
I think the expectation should be higher. I think it's, Tyvis can, he knows, it's like football is, it kind of overshadows everything. It's like a football, Ohio State football. It's like the first thing that comes to mind. But do I think we can push the envelope? I agree. I totally 100% agree with that. I think especially on the women's side, I think we should. The resources are here. The university, what is, both academically, it's a location that Columbus is a great city. And then also, development wise and playing in a great league. I mean, the Big Ten, and you're playing some of the best. So I think, I know our goal is to make deep runs in the tournament every year. I've only, obviously been here for a year at Ohio State, but that's where I want to see it, and I think we should push for that and really want that. So, and how we get there, obviously looks different. But yeah, I do think that we should have that expectation, like where we end up. I don't know, but I think we should strive for that.
What has it been like coaching at the Ohio State University, being back and being an assistant coach? Obviously, you got a year under your belt. You got to coach some really good players. Are you excited for the season? What has this been like?
It's been great. I mean, it's been great to be home, first and foremost, and just reconnect. There's a lot of familiar faces, a lot of new things, learning a lot about college athletics and kind of how the university works and the athletic department. Obviously, the best part of the deal are the players. I mean, the players are awesome. We have a really great group, and they work hard. You can coach them. You can, try to challenge them both on and off. So those guys are really I love seeing them every day. I love working with them. And hopefully seeing them grow. But our team's going to be we have a pretty new team. We have kind of some oldies, like half and half. We're a little small. We have a couple bigs. If we can really play together and be super scrappy and disruptive and rebound, we can cause some problems. But our defense has to really that's how we have to hang our hat on. If we don't do that, it's going to be, can get picked apart because we're not the biggest team. But if we can disrupt and really just fly around, offensively, we have a lot of skill and put the ball in the hole. But defense and rebound is going to be our key. If we do that, should be a fun year. It's going to be a great group to watch. But it's fun. I mean, again, I love being here. As I say, getting reconnected. Just doing whatever I can to kind of both on the court but also off the court of kind of connecting these players with, networks and folks they need to know or people they can feel comfortable reaching out to as they continue to grow and figure out what they're going to do, after basketball. Have you had that moment where they've challenged you and you had to go out there and show them who you were? With the running, this right knee's a little beat up, man. It's so I can shoot 17-footers are like money, you know what I mean? That's like layups. But they laugh. I remember when I first took the job, they're so young, Tyvis, that they never watched you. And I always get a little frustrated about this. The college players don't all watch the WNBA. Which is so fast. It drives me nuts because that's your league. That's the league you want to get paid in. That's the league you're going to compete in. You're not even watching what you need to do, or they think it's easier than what it is. You know what I mean? And I'm sure you run into that yourself. Yeah, I can do that. And then you get in there and you're like, wow, you know what I mean? That's different. But it's so they had no clue. They're just like, who's this lady? Yeah, all right. And then they see my picture around campus and they're like, oh. And then there might be a couple highlights on the there's some records you had or just highlights, Instagram, content. And they're like, oh, you know what I mean? So I didn't have to tell them anything. It just kind of kept popping up. So now they kind of know. And they're like, oh, shoot, Hall of Fame. I'm like, oh, my gosh. I'm like, I don't even know what to tell you guys anymore. I just stay in my lane. I try to help them. I rebound a lot. It's fascinating. That's what we do now is just rebound for these players.
Sounds like you guys need to take, when you go up to UConn, you need to take a field trip down to Springfield real quick and say, see that right there? That's me. See all these other people I'm there too. That's me.
They wouldn't even believe it, man. It's just wild. The kids are hilarious. So it's been fun. They give me a hard time, and they just always are surprised by some things. So
I have to ask you about this because I'm wearing the hat today. Columbus Quest. Speaking of the kids, kids don't know. I bring this up all the time. The most dominant team in Columbus sports history wasn't the Buckeyes, wasn't the Crew, wasn't anybody else. Columbus Quest won the league 2 years in a row, and we're winning the league 11-3 the third year. And then obviously the WNBA kind of merged, and you guys went. A lot of you went to the Minnesota Lynx, which obviously had a great career there, but. Those Quest teams were right there with anybody in basketball in the WNBA, ABL situation.
Yeah, I think we could have. Honestly, we would have gave Houston the run for their money. I think our team could have beat anybody. Obviously short-lived, just a couple years, but man, we had fun and we're such a great group. But yeah, I would on the W. I was like, man, we could play with anybody. So fun times though, and it was so much fun right after college. Because you're a student, right? You're a kid. These fans come and watch you, and then all of a sudden you get 2 years in the city, and you become actually friends with people who they've shared your life with it. So it's just really kind of established, I think, myself, and your connection to Columbus even more is when you have those moments outside of just being a student.
Yeah. Well, it was a great time then. And I will say the best part of this conversation for me, as much as all this has been fun, is knowing I wasn't the one who drew your ire when someone got it wrong. Wasn't me. It was Tyvis. So that I feel good about.
Man, I'll find out somehow, some way, man. My wife, her people told her, and then she heard, and she was like, "Oh man, Katie, your guy, like, come on." I'm gonna call. I'm gonna have to get Lauren on the hotline and stay connected. And
That's
the
right.
girls, like, jeez.
Tell her I love her and I apologize for not being educated on the topic.
Man, we appreciate you guys. So, hey, have a great one.
There you go. Thanks. Katie Smith joining us on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. That's like an all-timer for me. She's great. Love having Katie Smith on. We'll come back. Ask Tyvis Anything is next. Tweet us at Bone and Tyvis 971. It's Bone and Tyvis on the fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, we are noticing a couple of traffic alerts over on the east side this morning. The first of it, it's going to be a crash on that I-70 westbound direction just past Bryce Road, where the right shoulder is currently blocked out there, causing a lot of congestion. We're also noticing slower traffic for folks on 70 West, just past State Route 310 over in Etna this morning. A lot of congestion this morning. Want to make sure folks are taking it nice and easy and nice and slow. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Fan traffic sponsored by Roosters. Roosters is giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences, tickets, sideline passes, trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Register at roosterswings.com.
Dormar, your kind of hero.
When your furnace or air conditioner is broke, we come out that same day. Dormar, home the Tin Man.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, I think I saw a fox on my way in.
Oh, that was the Carfax Carfox. He was congratulating us on our Carfax Top-Rated Service Center Award.
I have always rated Tire Discounters at the very top.
Oh, thanks. So does Carfax. And not just for tires, but for all our services, too.
Alignment, brakes, shocks and struts, and more.
Yes, sir.
But, Mike, do you think people believe Carfax over me?
Well, you are the Phantom tire buyer.
Exactly.
Regenerative treatments for joint pain are creating lots of excitement in the orthopedic community. QC Kinetics Medical Director Dr. Ray Tessner recalls a recent conversation with one of the country's most acclaimed orthopedic doctors.
He said, when you and I are young, the arthroscope was a quantum leap in treating orthopedic problems. I think regenerative medicine is the new arthroscope.
Surgery is no longer the go-to solution for chronic joint pain in your knees, hips, shoulder, or back. QC Kinetics is leading the next quantum leap. All natural regenerative treatments that provide relief and mobility.
I think one of the tenets of being a good physician is the old saying of do no harm. That's what I enjoy about this form of treatment is there's very little chance that we're going to cause harm, and that's refreshing to me to be able to eliminate the dangers that can come sometimes with surgeries.
Book your free consultation today in Dublin or Gahanna. Call 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544. Or go to qckinetics.com/Columbus.
Your game day headquarters is here at ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus, the only place to watch and win. Catch every play on more than 30 TVs and over 50 feet of video wall. Score tickets, signed professional and college sports memorabilia, and pen cash prizes. Join the watch parties for every home team game with a tailgate buffet and bucket specials. Plus, get official game day swag with every table reservation. Game day lives here, only at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Great Lakes Hyundai. The savings are so good.
Now at Great Lakes Hyundai, lease a new 2026 Hyundai Tucson SE for just $189 a month. You heard it, $189. Plus get owner assurance and America's best warranty. 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage. Only at Great Lakes Hyundai, Columbus or Dublin, or glakeshyundai.com.
GLakesHyundai.com.
With approved credit, $39.95 down plus taxes, fees, first month payment, 10 miles per year, ends 11/3.
College is great. You know what else is great? Pizza, which you can buy with your Huntington Bank debit card with the Ohio State University logo. Huntington Bank is proud to be the official consumer bank of the Ohio State University. Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome.
Dormar, your kind of hero.
Meijer has everything you need to enjoy the flavors of fall. Locally grown tote bag apples are 89 cents a pound. Buy one, get one for $1 on fresh from Meijer boneless pork tenderloin. And assorted varieties of General Mills cereal are 2 for $4 when you buy 2 or more. Make your Halloween a ghoulishly good deal better with 25% off outdoor Halloween decor. And select snack-sized chocolate Halloween candy is $4.49 per bag. Make your Halloween a good deal spookier at Meijer. Exclusions apply. See all deals in-store or in the Meijer app.
Newman Roofing, as part of its 2025 Commitment to Community initiative, is proud to recognize individuals who go above and beyond to make a difference for people of all abilities. This week, we honor Jessica Komajati. Jessica has made a meaningful impact as a Special Olympics Ohio Fit 5 advocate, a youth leader, and a dedicated Buddy Walk committee member. During this Down Syndrome Awareness Month, Newman Roofing is proud to join forces with 10 TV and The Fan in celebrating our ongoing commitment to the community.
Sunday, a day of rest, relaxation, and Browns football. Catch the Brownies as they battle the Steelers in Yinzertown.
Live fan coverage starts Sunday at 11 with the Kick at 1.
Your Central Ohio home of the Browns, The Fan. It's almost Football Friday. All play and no work.
Sponsored by Tansky Sawmill Toyota.
Your home for football, The Fan. One of these guys still believes he can play in the NFL. It's T-Bone. He says it's because of his low center of gravity. He's dumb. This is Bone and Tyvis.
Our thanks to Katie Smith for jumping on today. OSU assistant coach, Buckeye legend. I mean, one of the best things Ohio's ever had happen to it, right? Is Katie Smith playing basketball. No denying that. If you missed the interview, just go find it on your favorite podcast app. Just search T-Bone and Tyvis. You have it right there. And it'll be there free of charge. It's all free for you on the podcast app. Also, Dylan, if we can, let's get that cut up and posted to our social. You can follow us at Bone and Tyvis 971 on Twitter. We'll get it posted there so you can go listen to it if you would like to do so.
Get to know your resident national champion. It's time for Ask Tyvis Anything.
All right, Tyvis, you ready for the people?
I'm scared, but come on, let's do it.
Alex said, is Katie Smith the greatest Buckeye in basketball, greatest Buckeye in Buckeye basketball history? I think is what he's getting at there.
But she's definitely the most accomplished, for sure.
I think it'd
be hard pressed to say it ain't too many people that really could go up against her and beat her.
No.
It's like for the title. So I would say yes.
Yeah, I think when you factor in like college
entire career,
I mean, she got the Buckeyes to a Final Four women's basketball team. Go look up how many Final Fours Ohio State women's basketball has been to and get back to me. Like, I'm just saying, I believe she lost to, if I'm not mistaken, Cheryl Swoops in Texas Tech back in the day, which they were their own generational program going on. I'm just saying, like, yeah, Katie Smith is as good as any Buckeye we've ever had here. I don't know what the Mount Rushmore would look like, but
she owned it.
Yeah, I mean, it's her and 3 other people that could probably be argued about. She is not arguable on that one. All right, Tryhard, he had a question about finances. He said, we see so many stories about guys making big salaries in pro sports ending up completely broke when they retire. How much education is there around financial literacy from the NFL, in your experience? That's a good question.
So, I mean, that's part of your, like, rookie, that's like the mandatory rookie stuff that you got to do. You know, they bring in somebody, like, once a month to talk. Sometimes it's some financial people that teaches you, you know, about credit cards, about credit score, about investments and things like that. So it's definitely something that they do. Some people take it serious, some people don't. Some people have, you know, hire a company to manage their money for them. It's different ways that people handle their money. If you don't take advantage or you don't pay attention to those things, you end up losing money. But the NFL does do a thing where in your check, how they save you a little bit is for your check. But like you have to actually go in and opt out of it, but they like take a certain percentage of your money.
Yeah.
And obviously the NFL doubles. It's like the 401k. Whatever you put into it, they match it.
Oh.
So what they do is they take a certain percentage out of your check, every check. And by the time you get to the end of the year, it's the maximum, and then the NFL matches that. So let's say it's $100,000. After 1 year, they take out your check. The NFL matches it, so now you got $200,000. that's a way that they save you, but they don't tell you about that. Like, that's one of the things that we're not going to tell you we doing that.
Oh, they're just doing it for you.
They're just doing it for you to save you.
Because they figure a lot of guys might say, I don't want to do that.
And they opt out of it, so they don't even tell you.
30 and 40-year-old guys would say, that's great that you did that for me. 25-year-old guys are like, don't do that. I want my money all right now.
Exactly.
That's a good move there. Let's see. Rusty said hot chocolate, apple cider, or lemonade come fall. What do you do? Because, I mean, the fall,
I don't really do apple cider, but the lemonade is never not going to be a thing.
You don't
like
do
that.
apple cider?
I don't really do apple cider.
Why?
Hey, it's not really my thing.
Okay.
I drink apple juice, yes.
I was just going to say, Dylan, he drinks an apple juice like every other day in here.
That is my apple cider.
It's not that much different. It's just a little, apple cider is just a little more cinnamon and sweet.
I'm not going to this. First of all, look, that's the problem right there. That you want to add stuff to something.
I didn't say drink it every day. I'm just saying, you don't like apple cider?
I didn't say I don't like it. It's just not something that I care for. But give me the lemonade and the hot chocolate is a must when it get cold.
Jeff said, what is the best meal you've ever had?
The best meal I've ever had?
Yes.
McDonald's. No, I'm just playing. Honestly, it was actually this Chipotle burrito I got yesterday on my way home. Did y'all try the new sauce, the red chimichurri sauce, or however you say
chimichurri sauce?
Yeah, you tried that?
No.
Have you had Chipotle? You don't even look like a Chipotle guy.
What does that even mean?
You a Taco
looks
Bell
exactly
guy.
like a Chipotle guy.
No, it's too healthy. It's non-GMO.
That's a lie.
That's a lie.
It's non-GMO.
Not when I go. It's not healthy when I go, my friend. I'll tell you this. There's ways to make it very unhealthy. But yeah, to be fair, I am like 10 times Taco Bell, 1 time Chipotle. That's my ratio. So you're probably right on that.
There's not like a fancy restaurant that you've been to in all the NFL cities that you played in that you can think that was your best meal.
You just said your best meal you've ever had was yesterday.
Yeah.
For sure.
There's no way that's true.
I've had some fantastic meals in my life. I've had some fantastic sides in my life. But do you know what the best side I've ever had? Like side meal?
What?
McDonald's fries, when they fresh out the grease and they put just the right amount of salt on them, they are better than any side that you will get from any steakhouse. I'm telling you.
This guy wanted a serious answer to his question, and you gave him Chipotle and McDonald's.
Okay, you want me to give you a restaurant. John Howard's in Seattle was nice. That Australian Wagyu was delicious. The sides was unbelievable. Perfect. And the best part about it all is Jimmy Graham picked up the tab, but I didn't have to pay a dime for it.
There you go. Boone Jetter's going to join us at 8:30. Coming up next, it's The Huddle. We'll answer your NFL questions. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. Well, we have a new crash to report. So this time around, it's going to be in our northeast corner in New Albany. The right shoulder is currently blocked on 161 eastbound, just past New Albany Road this morning. Noticing a lot of congestion out there. First responders currently on scene. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Victor's Home Solutions. Schedule your free 21-point roof and window inspection today at victors.com.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
The number one problem we see at our clinic is delaying treatment. ED and low T can get worse.
Book your appointment right now. Call 614-300-7400. Prefer privacy? Book online in under 30 seconds at columbusmen'sclinic.com.
At our clinics, men's sexual health is the whole job. Look, I'm a normal guy too. I hate going to the doctor, but we've helped so many guys in here just like you. Even if pills have failed, our medical team is going to take the time to talk you through it. Same day in-house lab, and the treatments, well, they could change your life.
Your local medical team has your back. ED, low T, Peyronie's, size, and shape modeling. We tailor what works for you.
I'll get to the point. Can you imagine epic workouts and epic sex? Yeah, I said it.
A stronger you is closer than you think. We're available right now. Call 614-300-7400 or book in 30 seconds or less at columbusmen'sclinic.com. Columbus Men's Clinic. making it happen.
Truck drivers, it's time to take your skills to a company that invests in your safety and comfort. Schneider's newer and well-maintained equipment keeps drivers moving and making money. Our trucks are spec'd with the latest safety and comfort features that drivers want. Plus, we offer a huge selection of driving jobs so you can find a job with the home time and schedule you've been looking for. Upgrade to a better driving job today. Search jobs near you and apply now at SchneiderJobs.com. That's SchneiderJobs.com.
Take action with Logan Services now and do not miss out on tax credits up to $3,200 ending soon. Receive additional savings up to $3,000 and get next day installation. Logan Services.
You know what my favorite place in the world to watch a game is? It's the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. This is Scotty Vegas, and Dave Biddle and I get to visit our favorite game-watching spot twice in 1 week. Sunday, October 12th, watch the Browns Steelers. Then Thursday, October 16th, we're back for the Steelers Bengals. I have Browns tickets, Pro Football Hall of Fame passes, and dining credits to give out during the games at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older to enter. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hi, I'm Rick Germain for Toyota West. And with over 600 new and pre-owned vehicles available, Toyota West at I-270 and Georgesville Road has the car you're looking for. And right now at Toyota West, take advantage of 0 down and 0 payments until 2026. And every pre-owned vehicle comes with a 72-hour exchange policy plus a 3-month warranty for qualified vehicles. Come see us at the Germain Auto Mall on Georgesville Road or get started today at ToyotaWest.com. Offer expires 9/30. No payments for deferred payment. Interest accrues at time of inception with approved credit.
This is the Duke's Country Song. It's a song about the best mayo. It has a yellow lid, and its full name is Duke's Mayonnaise. Get Duke's Mayo in store. It's got twang.
You've heard about the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. Yeah, that's an old one. My dad told that one to me. But when it's your real feet, it's not a game. It's awful. Hey, it's Anthony. I had pain in my feet and my lower back, so I went to the Good Feet store and got the support I needed in my shoes that changed the game for me. I went in and they personally fit me for arch supports that would be perfect for my feet. The fitting process is simple. They ask the right questions about exactly what I was experiencing and the lifestyle I want to be able to live. They professionally measured my feet and arch size, and before I knew it, I was wearing my new arch supports home. Get back to living the life you love with the Good Feet store. For more than 30 years, they've taken great pleasure in helping thousands discover the comfort they've been dreaming of. I'm a customer. I have their 3-step system put into all of my shoes. Get professionally fitted at the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway or Stringtown Road in Grove City. Learn more at goodfeet.com.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place.
Wilson, we've got a problem at Pella.
I like where this is going.
Because of Pella's reputation and quality, a lot of folks assume that we're out of budget.
Oh, that's too... Oh, I hate hearing.
But we've actually got 5 awesome window lines that fit any budget, from the $300,000 to the $3 million home, and far from the most expensive.
So you actually don't have a problem. Awesome.
Get the windows that Columbus homeowners rated the leading window brand at PellaColumbus.com.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. We carried the Ryan Day press conference yesterday here on The Fan, and here's what the coach had to say about his star wide receiver, Jeremiah Smith, and his Heisman chances.
Whether Jeremiah gets the statistics that he would need to get into the Heisman race or not, it's sort of out of his hands because there's just certain things that can happen that are out of his control. So that doesn't change who he is in terms of a player, his impact on the game, or anything like that.
In the MLB playoffs, we had 2 American League Divisional Series games last night. The Seattle Mariners beat the Detroit Tigers 8-4 in a game that was delayed due to weather. Seattle is up 2-1 in that series. In the other matchup, it was the New York Yankees coming back from being down 6-1 to beat the Toronto Blue Jays 9-6 to avoid elimination as Toronto leads that series 2-1. This update was sponsored by Whiskey War by High Bank Distillery. Drink local, drink High Bank.
In terms of the Waffle House menu, Tyvus covered and smothered his opponents. Meanwhile, T-Bone is a chunk of hash who's often covered in gravy. I'm not sure what that means either. This is T-Bone and Tyvus.
We got a lot of questions for Ask Tyvis Anything after the segment ended, which I always enjoy.
And I always
YouTube
answer.
chat.
And I got you in the YouTube chat.
You do. Just go to YouTube 971 The Fan. Click on T-Bone and Tyvis. It's there. We're going to talk to Boone Jenner coming up at 8:30. Obviously, Jacket season starting up on Thursday. Chris said, "What moment in your sports life would you relive, Tyvis?"
And I said to him, it would be the interception against Alabama because after watching it over and over and over and over and over again, I realized that I got to pick and I should have went to the left.
Oh.
Because when I got the pick, everybody had already stormed on the field. Like they was already celebrating. I hadn't went down, but they was like on the field. So if I would have went to the left, I would have had like blockers because they would have been on the field. So I would have maneuvered through them and then scored. Now, I wouldn't have counted, but everybody would have remembered me as taking it to the house, and then I would have booted the ball out into the stands.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
And then I was up there in the 800 level. Hopefully, you could have got the ball up to me.
You would have pulled
that would have been the end zone that you would have scored in.
You would have pulled the. We're both in the same building for that.
You could have did what they did to Josh Allen, caught it and ran immediately out of the field.
Rob said, Tyvis, how do you feel about Bone's crazy glazing on Katie Smith? First of all, if you knew Katie Smith, you would know that none of what I said was crazy. It was all legitimate. It was legitimate praise for an all-time great. How dare you, Rob?
This term, this glazing term really gets to me.
It's respect. It's respect. That's all it is. It's respect. Nothing more than that. All right, we got to figure out the NFL.
The biggest questions in the NFL are answered right here. Welcome to the Huddle.
Producer Dylan Gonzalez, take it away.
All right, so unless you live under a rock, you know that Joe Flacco got traded from the Browns to the Bengals yesterday. Can Joe Flacco actually get the Bengals back in the playoff race, though?
No, not a chance. Not a chance. He'd be doing them a disservice if he does that. Now, the only thing is if they don't make the playoffs this season, is this grounds for Zach Taylor to be fired?
I think so.
So even though the Joe Burrow injury happened, you still would fire Zach Taylor?
Yes, just because I'm someone who thinks that Zach Taylor should have been fired already.
I mean, I agree with you. I'm just I'm trying to see it from a front office standpoint. Would they still fire him? Because I feel like no matter what, he should be gone.
You said that it doesn't matter and it'll be doing him a disservice if they make the playoffs. But my question is why? Because with the Browns, they're this young team that you kind of expected them not to play well. And you've said over and over again, this year is about the rookies for the Browns, yada, yada, yada. For the Bengals, they're a bunch of veterans that spent a bunch of money in the offseason. So it's like they have nothing else to look forward to but rectifying the season and maybe making the playoffs. And I'm not saying they could do anything if that were to happen.
No,
but
they need a premier offensive tackle.
And you think they need to do that with like a top 10 draft pick? Okay.
Well, I would just add this.
That's the only way they're going to get one.
Do you think Zach Taylor as a head coach is enough to get that team to the playoffs, regardless of who's playing quarterback? Do you think he's a good enough coach to do that?
To get them there?
Yeah.
I guess we're going to find out.
No. I'm going to tell you, I don't think he is, and this is my issue.
And a lot of people say that he's like a Bill Belichick. He's been hiding behind Joe Burrow.
You wish he was like Bill Belichick.
No, I'm saying like a lot of people say that.
Man.
A lot of people saying that Tom Brady gave Bill his success.
Okay, but
so
Belichick,
what I'm saying is Joe Burrow. You got me calling this man Joe Brady. Joe Burrow.
That's the next coach of the Bengals.
Gave Zach Taylor all his success because before Joe got there, they weren't nothing and they didn't look like they would be anything.
I'm just saying.
So if he would have to show me without Joe, he could still be effective, and he's failing.
Then you know what? With Joe Burrow, how many years are you going to say, oh, wow, he got injured again? That's shocking. I didn't see that coming. It's something you have to kind of account for.
He's
and
injury prone.
You need a better head coach. You need a better backup quarterback. You have to invest in your offensive line. These are all things that could change, but one of them is definitely head coach.
Your question was answered last season when Joe Burrow played like a god at the quarterback position, and they went 9-8 and missed the playoffs.
Yeah, that guy should not be the head coach of that team. Full stop. Next question, Dylan. Go ahead.
So OBJ has accepted that's Odell Beckham Jr., if you guys forgot about this guy.
Oh, we're remembering.
Accepted a 6-game suspension for PED use from when he was with the Dolphins. You guys think he's actually going to come back and play another game in the NFL?
I have to be honest. I didn't have any idea that he was even considering still playing at this point in his career. So I know he played last year. I mean, he was He was on the team for the Dolphins, right? Wasn't that where he was last year?
Yes.
For a handful of games?
Didn't he ask to be released?
I think so. And then has he latched on anywhere now?
No.
Right. Okay. So that sounds like the league kind of retired him, but yeah, accept your suspension, take the suspension, and I doubt anybody calls him, but yeah, I think he's probably done. I think that's probably it for him. I don't think he's coming back.
He need to hang it.
Yeah, just hang it up.
I get the fact that, because I watched this little pivot thing when he talked about the suspension, and he's like, I don't want to be a number one. These hands was made to catch the football and block and all those things. And it's just like,
okay,
you had that opportunity with Miami, and you seen what happened. So, like,
yeah. And he didn't play in 2022 either. I know he was coming back, I think, from an injury there, but like, he just hasn't.
It's a shame because he was a Hall of Fame talent.
Sure.
And he never really got to that.
I mean, he hasn't really been right since he got hurt in the Super Bowl with the Rams.
Yeah.
And I don't know if people remember this. He was going to win Super Bowl MVP.
For sure
He was having a game. You're exactly right.
And it kind of sucks for him that he got hurt, and it seems like that was it. That was the end of OBJ as we know it.
Best wide receiver game.
That was the year that the Browns traded him because we couldn't find a way to get him the ball.
Because their quarterback was trash, but that's a totally different topic.
I'll just add on OBJ in that Super Bowl, best Super Bowl performance by a wide receiver I had seen since going back to T.O. with the Eagles when he came back from a broken leg and had like
I thought a leg was still broken.
I mean it was, but I mean like he came back from he got it broken in like November.
There was no way it was healed. It had only been like 7 or 8 weeks.
Yeah, it had not been nearly enough time, but he found a way to get back on the field, and he was unbelievable.
He was torching.
Give me one more question, Dylan.
Do you have any faith that the Cleveland Browns can go into Pittsburgh this Sunday and pull out a victory against the Steelers?
You know, do I have any faith? Yeah, because football is weird like that, especially these past couple of weekends. So it wouldn't be crazy if they went in there and won.
I don't want to even sound like I have hope because then Dylan will beat me to death after the show. Here's the only thing that I think the Browns have in their favor. Their defensive line, their defense is good enough to handle old man Rodgers and whatever that offense is doing right now, which I think is smoke and mirrors and I don't believe in. That part I think stays even. Does Dylan Gabriel, as a rookie quarterback, go into Pittsburgh and light them up? If he does, the hopium is flowing. All the Browns bandwagons will be full. Everything will be great in Cleveland. But I struggle to see that happen.
We haven't won in Pittsburgh in like 20 years. Ain't that right?
I believe that's correct. Yeah.
Well, if you
play up the
regular season,
regular season,
they won that divisional game.
Yeah, that's right. That was the playoff game
or wild card game.
I was just rewatching some highlights from that, and I remembered. Oh yeah, that's right. That was a playoff game where no one could attend.
Yes.
So like, in games where people were in Pittsburgh, to be fair to the Steelers, which I hate to do. Yeah, I don't know that you should count that one as a win in Pittsburgh, though it technically was by location. You weren't beating like the 45, 50,000 fans or whatever there. It is a little different when you go in there and there's actual full stands, I do think.
Don't say that to the Baker Bros. That win singularly made Baker Mayfield the greatest quarterback in Browns history.
Well,
you just asked that.
Second under Bernie, but yeah, I hear you.
That's good.
Yeah, you're preaching to the choir with that. But I will not beat you up after the show for saying that. But on Monday, if they win and Tyvus is like, the Browns are back, baby, I might have to bring some weapons.
What happened to the Browns? 2-4?
Javar's
I want the Browns
to Gilbert Arena
I won't say the Browns are back until if they get to 500, I will say they back.
All right. I would like to hold all my optimism for a team that could actually do something, which is the Ohio State Buckeyes. We will hear from Ryan Day coming up next. T-Bone and Tyvus on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and welcome to your Wednesday. Well, we are still noticing some slowdowns, unfortunately, for our folks in our east side this morning, especially over by Bryce and Reynoldsburg. Still watching this crash on 70 in that westbound direction, just past Bryce Road. Right shoulder still blocked this morning and slower drive times, as I reported not too long ago. We also have some slower traffic just in general for folks in Etna this morning, just a little bit more east. Again, it's on that 70 westbound direction, just past 310. So do expect some congestion out there. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Fan traffic sponsored by Hydrate Me Med Spa. Next level wellness, 5-star IV and aesthetic treatments. Look great, feel great. 4 locations in Central Ohio. Book your drip at HydrateMeMedSpa.com.
It's the moment we've all been waiting for.
Fox Wednesday. The floor has a game-changing new twist.
The category steal.
I'm going to go for it.
Rob Lowe hosts The Floor. Then, 71 contestants are closer to the million.
Everyone needs to keep their cool, including you.
And the only thing in their way are seemingly simple games.
You must thread a needle you are not allowed to touch.
I've never been this stressed in my life.
Ken Jeong and Aaron Andrews host 99 to Beat.
Tonight, starting at 8 on Fox 28.
At the end of the day, the sun sets on Central Ohio, but stories are still unfolding. Every voice, every neighborhood, every question that still needs answers. Fox 28 News at 10 is there in the quiet moments and at the turning points, digging deeper, finding solutions, lifting up the communities that shape who we are. At the end of the day, you deserve a team that's on your side. Fox 28 News at 10, always on your side.
Another reason to choose Hinderer Motor Company for your next vehicle. This is Justin Hinderer. Every vehicle comes with a lifetime powertrain warranty, award-winning service, and our exclusive Carvenience. We pick up your vehicle, service it, and return it so you save time and enjoy peace of mind. That's Carvenience. At Hinderer Motor Company, we take care of everything so you can drive worry-free. See why we're the best choice for your next new or used car by visiting HindererMotorCompany.com.
5 words no one wants to hear? You need a new roof. What do you do? Who do you call? How are you going to pay for it? Hey, it's Timmy Hall, and these are all questions that run through people's minds when they hear those 5 words. But if you pick up the phone and call Victor's Home Solutions, your new roof will be the easiest, most hassle-free home improvement project you'll ever do. Victor's has thousands of 5-star ratings for both customer service and high-quality installation. Plus, they offer a 50-year leak-free guarantee on every roof they install. And since no one wants to pay these high interest rates for a limited time, Victor's is offering 5-year, no-interest financing with minimum monthly payments for qualified buyers. So if you need a new roof, don't stress. Victor's Home Solutions has your back. It starts with a free 21-point roof inspection. It assesses the exact condition of your roof and what needs to be done next. Set up your inspection today. 866-VICTORS. That's 866-VICTORS or online at victors.com.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877-CARS for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy houses as is fast for cash. Call me today for an all-cash offer on any of your properties, and we can close within days at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Do you own a property that's outdated and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, I'll buy it. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Would it be convenient for you if you could simply take what you wanted and leave the rest behind? Great, I'll buy it. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family, apartment buildings, rental portfolios. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Call TurboTrack Realty today for an all-cash offer and speak with one of our friendly staff members at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
It's Thursday Night Football on the Fan. Catch the Eagles and Giants live from Jersey. Fan coverage starts Thursday at 8.
Sponsored by Roosters, a fun casual joint.
Your radio home of the NFL, the Fan, Ohio sports destination. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We'll start off the morning with a little bit of chill in the air and partly cloudy skies with wake-up temperatures in the upper 40s to low 50s, giving way to plenty of sunshine this afternoon and highs only getting in the mid to upper 60s. For tonight, get ready, get the sweater and flannel out as temperatures plunge into the 30s to even low 40s overnight with mostly clear skies and more sunshine arrives for us, but cooler temperatures on Thursday. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with a 10 Weather Impact forecast.
There's nothing Bo Bishop can't do well, except find competent co-hosts. Bishop and Friends.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan. 2 men, 1 appendix. This is T-Bone and Tybus.
Tybus, pick a number for me, buddy.
Let's go 4.
Caller number 4 right now, 614-821-9710. You're going to get a pair of tickets to see 9 Inch Nails. They are bringing their Peel It Back tour to the Shot on Friday, February 20th. Tickets are on sale today through Ticketmaster.com. So if you want to see 9 Inch Nails, 4th caller now, 614-821-9710. Good luck. The 9 Inch Nails tickets could be yours. Tybus' favorite band. Been listening to them since the 80s, before you were born.
Headbanger.
Something like that, yeah. So Ryan Day had his weekly press conference yesterday. Was asked a bunch of questions. I thought this was interesting. He talked about, the result between Illinois and Indiana. Obviously, the Buckeyes traveling to Champaign to play Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, ignore the fact that Indiana blew their doors off a few weeks ago. That has nothing to do with now.
Pitch the game, throw it out. It's not who they are. I can't quite explain that game. I know Nebraska had the same thing that happened last year and then came in and played us all the way to the 4th quarter. So throw that film out. Don't even barely look at it, because to me that's not who we're playing. They, whatever it was in that game, it's an outlier. So we're going to look at the games that were played prior, what they did last year, what they've done the last 2 games. Brett's again one of the better coaches in the country, and he's a resilient guy, and they're a resilient team. So I think it says a lot about them to rebound the way they did, get a win against USC, and then go play the way they did last week. So, we all know that going through a tough loss can bring a bunch of people together. I think they've done that, and so we know we're going to get their best shot here on Saturday, and we're going to talk about that today, and we've got to have a great day of practice.
Yeah, I don't think that Illinois is as good as maybe what they initially were thought to be when they went into that Indiana game. I also don't think they're as bad as what you saw in that Indiana game.
No.
I think they'll be a good challenge this week.
I think they will. I mean, it starts with the quarterback. Luke Altmaier is really good. I call him Luke Control Alt Delete for a reason. I think he's a really good guy who is very accurate. He reminds me of like a Jared Goff, where he just doesn't really make mistakes. If you look at his stat line, he'd be like 19 for 20 or 18 for 21. Like, he don't throw a ton of incompletions. The receiver, Hank Beatty, is second in the Big Ten in receiving yards. I think he's tied for 3rd in catches. So that's a guy that the secondary is going to have to worry about. He can make plays. Outside of that, though, I feel pretty good. Obviously, our defense has been lights out this entire season, and I'm not expecting anything different, but I do think that he will pose a little challenge. A little shifty guy, a little shifty white guy, number 80, for people that want to see him out there.
He CWB?
I ain't willing to go that far, but he nice.
I want to put it on him. I'm just saying.
He nice.
Okay, he's good.
Nice.
All right, let's hope he doesn't ascend to CWB status during this game, because that would
bother me. That would bother me. But he nice though.
So, by the way, I don't know why you do call him Luke Control Alt Delete Meyer. Is there a reason? I don't know. What's the reference?
I don't know. I just like his name is Luke Altmaier. When I think of Alt, I think of Control Alt Delete.
He shuts down your computer or brings up the menu to do so. That's what he does. He's got options. How about that?
There you go.
Options. Yeah, exactly. Here is Ryan Day talking about how this team, as good as they've been, don't think that this is the end result or that there's not something they can improve on.
To answer your question, though, we're nowhere where we need to be anywhere across the board. And if anybody thinks that, we're setting ourselves up. You've heard me say this before. We got a really good opponent that we're playing this week that knows how to win. Brett is as good a coach as there is in the game. He's got a really good staff. His players are tough. They're smart, and they know how to win. And they know how to win games like this. At home, noon game. 11 local time. They're really good. So we have to have them, the best week of practice we've had all year, and we got to get on that plane, get ready to play with a ton of energy, and play with a great physicality and fly around, because it's going to be a great atmosphere. I know that. Our players know that. And so, again, it starts at 2:30 today. But I just think that, all those guys are building confidence, but, it's got to continue to build week in and week out. And but the good news is we've seen it. It's on film. These guys shown they can do it. So the more we can now consistently do it, that becomes our identity.
All right. He went on to talk about blocking out the noise, not listening to all the great media reports that are out there about how great this team is. And I just want to say, as one of the founding members of the Lunatic Fringe, Ryan, I am here for your services. Whatever you need, we are here to ungas you up if that's what you need. I will gladly start picking this team apart if that's what it takes, because everybody's gassing you up. And last year, what happened? I and others throttled back and said this team sucks. Ryan Day should get fired. And then they went on a generational run. So, Ryan, just let me know if you need that to happen. I will jump in and I will be as critical as possible. But it's hard to be critical of what you see right now.
You know what? He's talking about this game, that Indiana game is an outlier. So I wanted to go back and I wanted to look at what Indiana did. I mean, they did whatever they wanted to do.
No, it wasn't close. And it was
ridiculous. I mean, threw 5 touchdowns. They ran for 312 yards, 3 touchdowns. They had a punt return go to the house. They did whatever they wanted to do.
Here was my perspective on that game, though. It got out of hand quickly.
Yes, right.
Quickly. And then Illinois was like, let's just get out of here. And Kurt Cignetti was like, no, you're not. No, you're not. Here's 3 more touchdowns on your head.
My goodness.
Well, that's kind of like
they beat them down.
I know we don't want to say this, but I think college football lends itself to that a bit, where like that Tennessee game last year. I think Tennessee came in and thought, we are going to smack them in the mouth. They're not ready for us. And when that didn't initially happen and Ohio State got going quickly, Tennessee had no response, right? I think they weren't really ready either in the way they thought they were. They had no response back. Sometimes in college football, that's harder to do. That's why I find it impressive when a team goes down by a couple touchdowns and then finds their way back in a game. That is way more impressive to me, even if they lose, because they didn't just give up. But like in that Illinois game, for sure, there was some give up. There was some Kurt Cignetti saying, I want to dunk all over you. And I think that's just part of what happens, right? So you can even go back to when the Buckeyes lost to Alabama that in the national championship a couple years ago, right? Like no one wants to remember that game. We just want to focus on beating Clemson, which is good. But that Bama game sucked. The reality is, if you play that Bama game 10 more times, I bet you Bama probably wins the majority of them. I don't think it gets like that, where it's so out of control. I think college football has some of that, right? So he's probably right that if Illinois and Indiana played 5 more times this year, Indiana might win all those, but I don't think it would look like it did. What was the final score in that game? Like
60 to 10 or something.
Yeah,
like
it was
that.
crazy. So yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. However, the defense
63 to 10.
Okay, the defense for Illinois leaves a lot of opportunities for guys like Jeremiah Smith. And Ryan Day talked about that.
A little bit of both in terms of, you design plays where you think the ball may go one place, but if a defense, is designed to stop that area or that player or that, area of the formation or area of the field or whatever it might be, then the ball needs to go somewhere else. And I think that's what's, challenging for a receiver to, again, I say that, and it's, whether Jeremiah gets the statistics that he would need to get into the Heisman race or not, it's sort of out of his hands, because there's just certain things that can happen that are out of his control. So that doesn't change who he is in terms of a player, his impact on the game, or anything like that.
Yeah, Jeremiah Smith's getting opportunities. That was a little bit of a question, too, of how do you get the ball to all these different great players when you've got Carnell Tate, Max Clare, et cetera, and they're finding ways to do it. They've got it's a good problem to have, right, Tyvis?
I mean, yeah. I mean, the good thing about him is you know that defenses are going to try to take him away. So he's going to see a lot of double teams and things like that. And I thought in games like the Washington games and games prior to, like, they kind of just conceded defeat a little bit. I think the Washington game was the first time where they was like, we still going to try to get him the ball, and they did it in different ways. Obviously, he took the little screen, the tunnel screen to the house and things like that. But I love the fact that they have gotten so creative with him. Last year he kind of just played the outside, and there were so many other guys that people started to tailor towards him towards the end, but he was able to get his money off early on in the season. This year, I think they're doing a good job of moving him around, getting him involved in different ways and still throwing him the ball. And I think that is something that shows growth in the offense to me, is that they realize, all right, we're not just going to concede that they're going to double him, so we're not going to worry about him. We're going to look for other things. They're still keeping him in the game plan and still getting him the ball.
Yeah. If you want to hear more college football discussion, by the way, Jake Trotter going to join Bishop and Friends 10:30 this morning, ESPN senior college football writer. Also, some Blue Jackets discussion on Bishop and Friends 11:30. They'll talk to Aaron Portzline from The Athletic. So, yeah, we're getting ready for college football this weekend. Buckeyes taking on Illinois. That game is at noon right here on the Fan. Coverage starts at 6:30. We're also clearly getting ready for Blue Jackets hockey tomorrow night, starting on the road in Nashville. We will have that game for you starting at, I believe, 7:30, or maybe it's 7. Either way, we'll have it here on the Fan. Coming up next, 2 minutes away, we're going to talk to Boone Jenner from the Blue Jackets next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, for folks over in New Albany, we are still monitoring some slowdowns for you after a crash on 161 eastbound just past New Albany Road. Right shoulder still blocked this morning. We also have a newer crash coming into our system for folks over on the north side, really just east of Powell this morning. The left lane is currently blocked on 23 North right at Green Meadows Drive because of a crash out there. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Guys, can you feel your energy slipping away, losing what makes you, you? It could be low testosterone. Take action now. Synergenics and Low T Center can help reclaim your energy with a quick and simple free T-test. Visit a local Synergenics or Low T Center and receive pharmaceutical-grade testosterone, never compounded like other clinics. Treatment is covered by most major insurance with affordable self-pay options. The best you is waiting. Book your free T-test at trtmvp.com.
Skyline's new chicken chili is here. Now you can enjoy that legendary Skyline taste with a new protein option. Try Skyline's chicken chili on Waze, Coney's, and all your Skyline favorites. Feeling good. It's Skyline time.
Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day. The kitchen drain has had enough. The toilet's called it quits. The faucet in the master bath, it's throwing childish fits. In a flash, I'm at your door to win your water war. I battle leaks and clogs and drips until they are no more. Free service call with your plumbing repair. Call 614-683-9911. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
Care Heating and Cooling. Honest technicians, honest pricing. Call 1-800-COOLING.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
T-Bone and Tyvis present Talking Jackets. Talking Jackets.
A score! A turnover by the Islanders and Adam Fantilli. One more time. Puts it in the net.
Your look inside the world of the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. Call 1-800-COOLING when you need a company you can trust.
Joining us now, Brian Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Blue Jackets getting started tomorrow night in Nashville. He is Boone Jenner joining us now. Thanks, Boone, for taking the time this morning. We appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate you guys having me.
So last year, so close to the playoffs, pushed down the stretch there to get in. Has that added a little bit of motivation to the offseason and into your prep work now in the preseason?
Yeah, absolutely. It was a disappointing end of last year, and I think our hunger's at an all-time high as a group right now. Just knowing how close we were, and like I said, that disappointment stung. So right now, we're just looking to build off that. We're not looking behind. We're looking to where we want to get to, and it starts tomorrow. So we couldn't be more excited. Training camp's done, and it's time for the real games, and really looking forward to it as a group.
Speaking of getting started tomorrow, how important is it that you guys have a fast start? Obviously in years past, it's kind of taken a while. Is it important? Is that something that you think about as let's get some wins early on in this season?
Absolutely. I think it's crucial for any team. And, especially just last year, our start wasn't the best. And, maybe a couple of those points would have really helped down the stretch. And we're aware of that. And, at the same time, 31 other teams are saying the same thing. They want to get off to a good start. But for us, I think it's the preparation we've put in since the summer, since before training camp, and then throughout training camp, getting ourselves prepared. So we're just going to go out. We expect to win every night, and it starts tomorrow for us. And obviously, a really good start is a focus right now for us.
I just want to say, personally, I don't like the fact that every year the NHL seems like they decide to start you guys on the road. This is one of the best home atmospheres in all the NHL, and you guys have to wait till you get to play in front of the home fans. A little bit that you have to wait till Monday night, but I know you're focused on tomorrow, but how excited will you guys be to get back on the ice in front of Nationwide Arena?
Yeah, that's always a special night, the home opener, and like you guys mentioned, our fans are incredible, the support we have, and we're just so fortunate to play in front of them and play at Nationwide. So it's a special night. We'll look forward to that. Like you said, we start on the road, two games, and then we come back for that one. So really looking forward to it, but got to take care of business on this road trip first.
Boone, the center position has changed a little bit. Now you play some center, you float out and play some wing. How do you like doing that opposed to obviously just traditionally playing center when you first started?
Yeah, it's a little different game at both positions, but I feel like I'm comfortable in both. I've played a number of games at both. Even throughout a shift, sometimes you can be switching with your, right now I'm a winger, but it could be switching with my centerman and playing, center for that shift or whatever it may be. So you want to be comfortable in both spots. And, right now I'm on the wing and I feel comfortable there. So to me, it doesn't really matter. It's trying to bring what you bring, for the group. And I think it could be effective at both.
Boone Jenner joining us on the Bryan Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. So year 2 under Dean Evison, what did you guys learn last year in playing for him, kind of understanding what he wants to do? And how does that knowledge kind of help you as you start off this season, where maybe you don't have as much of a learning curve as finding out what he wants to do?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, right from day one when he got here last year and, guys bought into exactly the style he wanted us to play and the team game that we were going to go after and play. And I think we really bought into that. You could see that last year, how guys were playing for each other and we want to be that hard team to play against. And I think, Dino brought that in and just having that familiarity this year coming back and knowing what to expect, as players from your coach and coach, what he expects from us. I think that standard's gone up because we were doing it last year. And we expect that from each other. We expect that, throughout our locker room. So it's been great.
Boone, what has it been like having Charlie Coyle on the team now? Obviously, he was a big get in this offseason. How has he meshed with the team? How has he meshed with you?
It's been awesome. First and foremost, just a great teammate and pro, and he's been around a long time. He brings a ton of experience. He's played in 900-plus games, but a ton of playoff games as well, and had some deep playoff runs, and that's just going to help us as a group. And obviously on the ice, I know what he brings and the competitor he is, and playing against him for a number of years, it's nice to be on the same team as him. So really looking forward to starting with him, and he'll help our group immensely.
Well, you've got a lot of talent on this team. You got a lot of young talent on this team, too. Obviously, you were one of those young guys many years ago when you came in and had a lot of, hype surrounding you about how good you were, and obviously you've lived up to that. How have you used some of your experience to help some of the guys now who have those expectations, like Adam Fantilli, like a Kent Johnson? How much are they leaning on you for a little bit of advice? And do you enjoy that role of being like the veteran that they come to ask those questions of?
Yeah, I'm still pretty young, right?
That's right. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. No, I've been in those shoes, and, at this point in my career, I really enjoy helping them. And I was lucky enough to be around some great guys in the locker room and great older veterans that helped me along the way. So to be a voice for them. They've been 2-3 years, 4 years into the league now, so they kind of understand it more and more. But there's always things to learn, and myself and the other older guys on the team enjoy helping them, and we've all been there before. So those guys are work extremely hard. They understand it. They're great pros already at a young age, and that's just huge for us.
Well, best of luck this season, Boone. We're looking forward to watching you guys and have obviously a great trip there in Nashville and then on to Minnesota. We'll be watching all those games and see you back Monday night in Nationwide Arena, all right?
Yep, you got it, guys. Pleasure talking to you. Thank you.
There you go. Boone Jenner, Bryan Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Jackets getting ready to start things up tomorrow night.
It's really here.
I know, man.
I feel like it just kind of ended, though.
That's kind of how hockey season and basketball season for me.
Basketball is like that for sure.
It just ended. You kind of just got accustomed to okay, those are done now. We're moving on. And then before you even blink, we're back and it's already happening. So yeah, hockey season especially does that for me because it goes into June, and you get into the Stanley Cup final and all that. And then you go right from that to the draft to then free agency. And then you have maybe a month of NFL training camp and a couple NFL college football games. And then you look up and go, oh, wait, they're already in preseason camp. They're playing now.
I forgot last year when they was making their run. I was in Florida and I was at this bar and the bar was packed.
Yeah.
And it was all just Florida Panthers and they was giving out fireball shots after every goal.
Oh, man.
And I just watched it. They scored 5 goals. And I sat there and was like, they really going up there getting these free shots of fireball. Wow.
That bar is brave to do that with that Panthers team because that's not a team that
I don't think they anticipated them scoring them.
They've got some firepower, so if you're going to throw those out there, but yeah, I'll tell you what, man, that's what I want to see. We know how the city responds to the Blue Jackets. We know how Columbus gets behind this team, and I am excited because I do feel like this year, if they can stay healthy, all the pieces that they had last year, they have to figure out the goaltending situation, right? But if they can score like they did, if everybody keeps taking steps forward, yeah, they got a lot of reasons for optimism going into this season. So I'm hopeful for that to occur. I also am a Jackets fan who's watched a lot of Jackets hockey over the last 25 years. But how great would it be in the 25th season where they're doing all these celebrations to actually get this team to the playoffs and get to have a big moment like that at Nationwide? That would be a lot of fun.
I think they got the right people, starting with Don Waddell and then getting Dean Evison. I think they got the right people. That seems like they got a good plan in place. So I kind of trust that they're going to take that next step. I think this is because you could see it last year. You could see them transition right before our eyes where they just was all right, we are a really good team. And they started believing it and they made that nice run. Obviously, they fell just a little bit short, but I think that mindset coming into the season, because that's where the biggest hurdle has been. It's been so many years that just working here, everybody's so excited about the Jackets. It's supposed to be the really good season, and then they drop the first few games, and it's in this division, it kind of, it's rough.
Yeah.
So I think that now the mindset is no, we are a really good team. They have that belief in there. So I'm very interested to see how they start this season out. It'd be very nice to see them go out there and win the first 2-3 games and be okay, now we rolling. It gives you that confidence, and now you just continue that on through the season.
Yeah. I was looking at the schedule because I keep getting questions. When are you and I going to go to a Jackets game together? Because I know last year you went and you had a hat trick that occurred.
Yes.
A fight that occurred.
Yeah.
Jackets scored 1 billion goals.
Yeah, they did.
So people want you to get in the building. But I also know your schedule.
Right now it's the worst. It's the worst time. 7 days a week I got something going on.
And then we also, you and I both getting up early. It's hard to go watch a game till 10 o'clock at night, getting home, and then get up and do this.
I will have to. Mine's the time I'm going to check a game out. It'll probably be in the next year in 26.
I got a thought for you.
Unless I'm not taking a PTO day.
No, you don't have to take a PTO day. What is the day when your Big Ten Network stuff ends?
It's the Big Ten Championship.
Do you have it the week of the Michigan game?
No.
Uh-huh.
I don't.
Because I believe that Friday of the Michigan game.
Is that the 21st or 28th?
28th. Penguins at home. That's a Friday night. We could see. We don't have to get up early the next morning. You don't have to go do BTN.
I could do that.
Maybe that's the game we circle. Dylan, what do you say? Let's try to get.
Play the Penguins when I watched them.
I don't know what game you went to. That could have been.
I think it might have been the Penguins.
Let's try to get that Penguins game set up. That's the game we should go to.
Pens game?
Yeah, I mean, those are easy tickets to get. It's not a million Penguins fans all trying to get those all the time.
You guys are media members.
No,
Yeah.
we're not.
I mean, we are, but
No, we are not.
No, but see,
you are.
Hey, you are too.
No, I'm
what
not.
are you on now? You're on the radio.
You were just
This is
asking
media.
Boone Jenner great
You were-
interview questions.
You were asking
As
a
a player
questions.
to player.
Oh,
Player to player. Locker room talk.
sure. Okay.
but
good.
you want tell Fish to get the press box
Well,
going.
that's what we need to
or
do.
the
That's what
luxury box.
We need to get the press box and get a bunch of our fans
I
to
can
come out
get
and
you
do
a
it.
press pass, but
We'll
you
get-
should.
I know we can get the press
I can't
pass.
accept that.
Here's the thing. I don't want to go sit in the press box because I want to cheer and drink beer.
Right.
And Tyvis wants to cheer and drink lemonade.
Well, I
So-
can do that in the press box.
You
Well,
can't cheer.
You can't cheer.
No, you can't. See? And you're not pressed, like you said. So
That's true.
let's go get tickets and do it. All right, crosstalk. Bo Bishop will join us, and we'll hit the buzzer after that. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, right now we are noticing one crash on the roads this morning, and it's happening over on our north side by Lewis Center and really just east of Powell. It's happening on 23, that northbound direction, that crash at Green Meadows Drive. Do expect some restrictions out there. A couple cars involved with this crash. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Another summer is ended, and you may have noticed that your energy is lower, your workouts aren't as productive. Perhaps you aren't sleeping as well and feel foggy all the time. Maybe even your sex drive is off. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health. And if you're experiencing some or all of these symptoms, it's likely you have low testosterone. And if that's what's going on with you, don't wait. You need to call us at Tri-State Men's Health and get treated for your low T. Because living with low testosterone is no way to live. With our low T treatments, if you're like most guys, your life will change considerably. Improved sleep, better energy, greater gains in the gym, better mental clarity, and your sex drive will likely improve as well. Plus, most men see these results in just a few weeks. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes PSA and T-test and a medical consult. And if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices in the tri-state area to serve you.
Hey Central Ohio, it's Andrew from Home Team Solutions, and yes, we buy houses for cash the easy way. We've been buying houses for over 20 years and we've seen it all. Whether you've inherited a property, you're behind on payments, the house needs work, or just want to avoid the hassle of listing, we've got you covered. No repairs, no clean out, no stress, just a fair cash offer and you pick the closing date. We've helped hundreds of homeowners sell fast and hassle-free, and we're proud to have 5-star reviews all across Central Ohio and an A+ rating with the BBB. If you're ready to sell your house the easy way, call Home Team Solutions at 614-962-SELL. That's 614-962-7355, or visit us online at selltohometeam.com. Home Team Solutions, local, trusted, and family-owned. Again, that's 614-962-SELL. 614-962-7355 or selltohometeam.com.
Away game this week, but that just means you can make the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus your home for Saturday football. Join the Fan for the tailgate show and then party with us with the ultimate watch party. We have football contests with amazing prizes. There's wall-to-wall screens, ticket and memorabilia giveaways, and unbeatable game day food. Can't wait to see you at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook on Saturday. Must be 21 or older to enter. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey friends, Beamer here. In the spirit of Halloween, Awaken 180 is offering free consultations. Learn how scary fast and how scary easy losing weight can be. For mine, I brought all the questions, and in the end, Awaken 180 was an absolute no-brainer for me. Determine if Awaken 180 is right for you. The free consultations end October 31st. Reserve by phone only at 844-346-1800. For details and the number, visit awaken180weightloss.com. Scary easy with scary fast results.
I used to have a beautiful jump shot, but then I broke my wrist and lost my range of motion. But with QC Kinetics, I got my jump shot back. Hey, it's Tyvis Powell. People just like you are finding lasting relief without steroids, medication, or surgery. You'll see their best orthopedic surgeon, Dr. Ray Tesner. Here's how it works. Your blood contains tiny healing tools. At QC Kinetics, Dr. Tesner and his team get to the root of where your pain stems from. By putting these natural elements to work, your body can revitalize your joints, literally using your own power to heal. It's a simple injection, not a hospital stay. It's fast, all natural, and there's no downtime. If your back, knees, or shoulders are keeping you from enjoying life, explore all your options before you agree to more pills or surgery. Call QC Kinetics today and schedule a free consultation with Dr. Tesner and his team. Go to qckinetics.com/Columbus or call 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544.
Rothman and Ice.
When you're paying a guy this amount of money, you either feel like you're right there and he's going to put you over the top, or you've got the runway to get it done.
Rothman and Ice. Weekdays at noon.
Sponsored by Pella Columbus.
The Fan. All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. When Tyvus looks at Bone, he sees the future. Bald, fat, white. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvus.
You can always tweet the program at Bone and Tyvus 971. What are you laughing about?
Terrence Downs, OSU legend, says that he was listening to the radio and he heard my QC Kinetics ad about my jump shot.
Oh, yeah?
And he said that I'm lying because I never had a jump shot.
Never had a jump shot.
Haters, man.
Yeah, well, that's...
Bo seen my jumper. It's beautiful.
Bo, is his jump shot any good?
He's like a destitute Andre Iguodala. That's his jump shot.
Give me Iguodala.
By the way, let me tell you.
Just broken.
Let me tell you, though.
It's just a quirky looking weird thing.
You know, it's funny that Terrence Dowell said that, because when I connected to Bo, the first thing he said was something about Tyvus's jump shot. And then I said, I've been meaning to call Tyvus out about that, and I haven't got to.
So y'all never seen my jumper.
Apparently.
I'm sure you were a really good high school player.
My jumper, it's money. I'm telling you. Like, when it's on, it's got to be on that day. When
Just
it's
like
on.
Listen, the Iguodala that I remember with the Sixers, that was an Iguodala that had a little bit of something.
Well, he was a dunker.
No, he's a great player. That's what I'm saying.
But then he became the Warriors Iguodala, where he was just like the scrappy veteran who did everything.
But he never was a
LeBron.
shooter.
No, you're right.
He's
Never a great shooter.
He
You know
never
what?
was a shooter.
I was I'm like a older Vince Carter. You know, I started off with the athleticism. Now I'm just a shooter.
I thought you were Giannis.
Yeah,
Depends on the day. Depends on the day.
It's a lot of destitute Iguodala.
Bo, you've worked with a lot of former athletes. Help me out. How do you deal with the just rampant arrogantness that comes with them? Arrogance, I think is the word I'm looking for, where they just never think they can not do anything. Because that's what I have with Tyvus every day.
I guess I just blindly try to match it with my own arrogance.
There you go. That's good. That's I
try to do.
have to figure that out. By the way, you tweeted out something over the weekend. We were talking about, or you were tweeting about Julian saying during the game, and you tweeted out a dart gif, which because he was throwing darts.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, you unlocked something with me. If you've never watched darts over in Europe, it's worth checking out.
To hear
these people go crazy. That gif you tweeted, I actually knew the video it was from.
So he went perfect, right? That was the whole deal, that guy?
They call them 9 darters, where you win the game in just 9 perfect darts. They have to hit certain little spots. And when they hit a 9 darter, the crowd goes insane because they're all drinking. It's just a giant beer hall with, and they're wearing costumes. It's a mess. So anyway.
So the reason I was looking for something, because I've been trying for 2 years to describe what it's like watching Julian play quarterback. And I said, to me, he's like a guy in a towny bar who walks in with great hair and he goes 9 darts.
Yeah.
It just goes. That's how he plays quarterback to me. That's the best way I can come up to describe how he plays quarterback. So I was looking for something like that, because what did he miss on 3? I mean, how many inaccurate throws has he made in 5 in all these games?
I think it's
4.
I was going to say you might be able to count them on one hand.
It's actually similar to like what Jared Goff is doing on the NFL level, where he just doesn't throw that many incompletions.
No, it's just everything goes where it's supposed to go. It's like the Madden game a little bit, right? Because like either you catch it or he does have the 2 interceptions that somebody else caught, but those are accurate too. So it's like, it's been a marvel to watch him throw it.
You know, but we kept comparing him to Bryce Young. I think we might be disrespecting him a little bit. You know,
Bryce did win the Heisman.
That's true.
That's a good comparison.
That's very true.
This is how absurd.
I'm thinking of him now.
that like he might be better than Bryce. Bryce won a Heisman at Alabama. He was the number 1 overall pick in the draft, so he's pretty good. Like, so that's okay. That's not a shot at Julian if he's Bryce Young. That's who I think he's a little taller, but that's who I think.
I've seen a little undercurrent of this with Buckeye fans lately, complaining about why don't we see more about Jeremiah Smith Heisman run or Caleb Downs Heisman run, or what about Julian Sayin? And I think that is the answer to your question is, how do you do a Heisman campaign around possibly 3 or 4 players every year when you have some guys who each could have a case for Carnell Tate right now has as good a numbers as pretty much anybody in college football. I'm just saying I can understand their dilemma over there if they say, well, yeah, which one of these guys do you want us to push,
Well, they had that. What was I've been a Heisman voter for over 15 years, maybe even longer now. I was trying to think that one year didn't they have 3 finalists?
I feel like.
Didn't it have JK? Was it JK, Justin, and Chase?
Oh, yeah. I think
there was a year where we had 3
right.
of the 5.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, right.
And
I
go,
what was that? 20? That'd be what? 20?
Might have been
18.
Maybe 19. When Joe won it?
I think so.
That feels right.
With COVID, it all goes foggy. I can't remember what happened.
But if that was the case, if that was the year where Joe Burrow won it, and then the other 3 guys, 4 of the 5 guys,
so it
were
was
all Buckeyes essentially at one point in their careers. That's
Joe
insane.
won it. Jalen Hurts was 2nd. Justin Fields was 3rd. Chase Young was 4th. Jonathan Taylor was 5, but J.K. was 6.
Okay,
there you go.
3 of the top
6.
It's incredible.
Yeah, and it's always going to be hard for Julian, and I saw what Troy put it out, and he's right. Like, if Julian were Arch Manning and you just put those stats on Arch, yeah, for sure, he would be at the top of the list. The thing that's always going to be tough for Julian is every time you watch Ohio State play, and he's been exceptional. I'm his biggest fan you're going to find. Every time you watch him play, you go, yeah, but 4's on that team.
Yeah.
And our ballot says most outstanding player, and so 4's that, 2's that, 8 might be that, like. There's just too many almost. So, yeah, you got a point. Like, you can't really do a Heisman campaign around any of them.
Yeah, it's a tough call, but, good problems to have, right?
Yeah, this is what wealthy people say. I have so much money, I don't know how I'm going to pay less taxes.
Bo, did you watch the Cavs on the preseason last night?
No.
Yeah, see, this is what I said to him. I just ignore that question. I know you guys have Porty coming up on the Jackets time at what, 11:30?
Yeah, Porty's at 11:30. Give us our Jackets preview. I think today's going to be the day where I'm going to set how we're going to judge the Blue Jackets. I always set a standard to judge a team to. Not everyone's created equal, so I think we'll set the standard on the Blue Jackets today.
There we go. Bishop and Friends, 9 to noon, right here on The Fan.
Shove it down your throat.
It's time for the buzzer.
Sponsored by Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems. Find your local Bryant Heating and Cooling dealer at Bryant.com.
Well, we finally got a look at it yesterday. The Columbus Aviators is the name of the new UFL team. They will play at historic Crew Stadium, former home of your Columbus Crew and mine. But, holds about 20,000 people out there. I hope we can fill that place up for some pro football in the spring. Tyvus is going to get his knees and wrists all back and ready to go. He's going to get out there and try to go play safety.
I'm cooking right now.
There we go.
I think you could play corner in this league.
Oh, yeah. Go play corner. Why not?
I could play. I'd go play quarterback.
Wow.
I realized that I process things quick and my decision making is great.
That's good. I also love how quickly and loudly Dylan laughed at that. That's perfect. Bishop and Friends is next. We will see you tomorrow for the Jackets, beginning of their season. That's tomorrow. It's T-Bone and Tyvus on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Still noticing a lot of people on the roads right now, which of course means some delays in different parts of the metro. Starting off in Powell and Worthington, looking pretty slow, especially on that 270 eastbound direction, looking at 21 miles per hour as you're approaching that Westerville section this morning. But at least some good news for folks in New Albany. If you are stepping out the door right now, yeah, it's a little bit slower on 62 eastbound, but do note 161 westbound and 161 eastbound, no issues to report as of right now. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic. Make it a great Wednesday.